Tony. Device
That
not
sucks.
connected. Wow, he's like gone.
So we pulled the two little ones out of school today. We're gonna do
Forever?
school, till they get past 5th grade. Yeah, we're gonna do standard homeschooling with them, or until things drastically change. That school we've had issues with when it was good, like when they were at their prime, and the teachers were teaching at school. With the virtual is just not working out there at all. So the two older ones are still going to the Christ is going to middle school, and Oak is going to high school. But the two little ones at the elementary level are out.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, I've done it before. At that level, it's got to be, it's going to be better because I mean the teachers just can't focus.
I'm back, bitch.
There you go.
Great. Tony's back. Yay.
No friend.
So Phil, we got to find you a reset, man. We got to find you a reset that when your day gets thrown off like today, you can.
Kilted pipe guy.
Oh shit, Kilted's here already? Damn.
So until we start the show, B-mail. Everybody gets
a shout?
dramatic intro. Yeah.
All right.
When they comment, I got to know they're here. So if they comment, Kruggles. So yeah, I got to know they're here. If I know they're here,
We haven't got a call all day.
Stealth King. That one hurt me. Sorry.
Krugless.
Krugmore.
Did I
What
already
up,
do
Bean?
BW Bean?
Who but W Bean? Do y'all have WB Mason? All right. Thanks, Phil.
I have no idea what that is.
He's an office supplier.
Yeah, he's an office supply guy out of the like Northeast or whatever.
He's the assistant to the assistant regional manager.
L. Henley.
Jesus Christ! Is it time to start yet? God.
Who but W.B. Mason?
Yeah. Who but W Bean?
No, it's the W.B.
That's where my head always goes. Emily Swan.
All right, Tony,
dear.
you're starting this one off, right? You're doing the first
Nope.
session.
Because I'm doing
doing
intros.
No, I mean you're the first segment.
Yeah, that worked, bud.
All right.
I don't have a
Now,
soundboard.
If everybody
If
gets
you
to
need-
playing while we're doing the live show, we're gonna have what happened last week. Where we're trying to put somebody in the middle, and then somebody else swaps. Then I get called out because I'm the one who did it, and I didn't do it because everybody's got the keys to the kingdom.
You are listening to Almost Daily Discourse with your perfectly adequate hosts, Charles, Mike, Phil, and here with today's topic is Tony P.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to Almost Daily Discourse. This is a podcast about pondering. We ponder stuff. And, it's that time. It is the Thanksgiving season, if you will, where we eat food. I'm sorry. You will? You will.
Yeah,
if
I
you will,
will.
we will. Let's do it. Where we eat a ton of food. And during that, we're supposed to remember what we're thankful for. Because a lot of times we forget. We get so caught up in eating them pies and fighting with our family and getting drunk and whatever it is you do for the holidays that we forget. We forget to be thankful. So that's what I want to do today. I want to talk about, we're going to get a little deep. We're going to open up with something a little serious as we can be. and talk about what we're thankful for. So I got Mike, I got Phil, I got Charles. Y'all, what are you thankful for? Who wants to go? Who wants to start? Who wants to jump it off?
Well, not Mr. Unabomber over there, so I guess I'll jump in and start it off and set the tone. I'm grateful for you guys, to be honest. It's been a rough couple of months since August. We had a major shakeup here, of course. Well, not here, but in the GSTU with breaking the panel and then changing into here. And then, I mean, I was gone for 3 weeks in a row, which was 12 freaking episodes, man, because the way we record it. And the fact that you guys were able to step up and take care of things and run the show. And you know, Tony and Mike, you did all right, the show that you're all by yourselves. You did. You made me, you're proud of my 5th graders over there. It's awesome.
As we've discussed, you know, somebody got to do it. Otherwise, the garbage just piles up. Someone got to take it out. And that's where Mike and I come in. I do, before we get too far, I do have to yes, Kruggles in chat. She was here too. She was helping us.
Okay, but she's an honored guest. Of course she's going to
Yes.
class up the joint.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I mean, have you seen
Yeah.
this joint? It doesn't
needs
take
some
much.
class. It
Yeah.
needs some classing.
Yeah. No,
Bef-
Emily Swan, we call them the trash men. I love that.
Before we go too far, I do have to give a shout out to Elle Hanley in chat. This was her topic suggestion. As what are you thankful
Oh,
for? She said,
really?
I was like, you know, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. It's Thanksgiving. We gotta do it. So here we are.
Well, thank
We're
you,
doing
Al
it.
Hanley.
So
It
Laura,
makes
thank
more
you.
sense why she called out in chat that this is the
That's-
best topic ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit of this going on, huh?
Well, you know, classic Elle Hanley move there.
But
Phil.
in all sincerity, I don't know, not Phil yet. I want to finish my thankfulness. Damn it, son of a bitch. I want to get it out.
Being in chat mentioned you're a little quiet, but we do that on purpose because you start yelling. So
Yeah, we
you know
can't
what?
have him-
I don't know.
We can't have him too loud. You know what I mean, Bean? Because like he's gonna start going. Like he's starting early, nice and easy tonight. We really appreciate that. But you know he's gonna hit 8, 9, 10, 15, 40 just before it's too late. So I like it this way.
So Charles, you were saying other
what's
stuff you're thankful for.
I was grateful for you guys, and now I'm not sure anymore. But you know, in all sincerity, if I can steal that from Tony for a minute, the fact that not just the show went on, but it went on very well. The tech was good. You stepped up and knocked it out, and even to the point where I was like, man, I know I was a little behind on publishing some of the shows. I'm letting people down. You're all like, nope, you know, we got you. Anything we do to help. It was great. It made a tough time a lot easier to take. So with that, I announced my retirement. You guys are good on your own. But it's
it.
you guys are awesome, and I appreciate you. Not just you guys, Phil too, but
that
No,
was
don't
for
do me.
for those listening
he's
to
there
the
doing
audio
high fives.
podcast. For those listening to the audio, they missed some awesome Tony and Mike magic tricks last week,
Ugh.
and they just
No.
missed our virtual high five. We'll put a sound
Yeah.
effect in post.
Yeah.
Whap! No, that's different. That's
Oh,
something else.
I don't know them.
Macaroni in a pot's always how it sounds when Tony and I get together.
You know what? On that note, if you go to our store, tiny.cc/GSTU, there's this great Batman shirt that Tony designed with a lot of input from me, and he put it together super well. I mean, you did. I want a Batman WAP shirt. I think because you're like in the style of Bam and Biff. I want WAP up there. And you took it one step further and put Catwoman on it. And she's slapping Batman like the meme of Batman and Robin, except she's slapping him. It's so good. I bought the shirt. I'm wearing it right now. I bought the
I want to
mask.
say, I think Mike had some input too. Like we kind of honestly, we're all like it softballed it around and was like, hey, hey. So yeah, that was fun. That's awesome. Before I go, Stealth King in chat says he's thankful for this show. He can express his opinions and not be judged. I don't know about the last part.
I was gonna
and-
say
Everyone can
Sounds
express
like-
their opinions. I don't know so much about not be judged, but I'll speak for myself. I judge everyone all the time about everything. So, it's nothing personal. But on that note, I'll say mine's a little similar to Charles's. Is that the possessive of Charles?
Sounds
Is it
good.
Charles's?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thankful for my friends, man. I have a lot of awesome friends, present company excluded. That they're just good people. They care about me. They'll help me when I need help. They'll listen to me moan and groan. Again, as I just mentioned, I do a lot of judging. So it's nice to have those friends around to listen to me do my petty judginess. And yeah, man, just through all sorts of like different jobs, walk of life, conventions, Facebook, all sorts of friends, some closer than others, some more personal than others. But generally speaking, they're all pretty awesome. And I'm admittedly thankful for them. Phil, did you just yawn while I
I've been
was trying to
yawning.
open
Yeah,
up?
no,
And
it's all right, but it's nothing personal. I'm just judging your statements. Involuntary body movements.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm really thankful for my boring. So how about you,
Next.
Phil?
Next.
Scroll up for the next video.
Well, I mean,
Boom.
God damn, this is just everybody. Like, my dick's in your mouth, your dick's in my mouth. Everybody's dicks are everywhere, man. So I'm thankful for you, Tony P. Henderson, because if I'm having tech issues or any kind of problems, or I need your opinion on something, you're honest with it. I gave you a piece of art yesterday, and you're like, "Nah, dog, that looks terrible." And I was like, "Thank you, Tony," because then I can go through and fix it. Mike, I'm thankful for you because I ultimately look 100% better standing next to you in person or digitally. Like, I'm normally the biggest orangutan buffoon in the room, but thank you, Mike, for taking over that spot.
I got you, dog.
I know you do, bud. I wish I can give you digital pets on the head. And Charles, oh, Charles, you're not even listening.
He's not
That's
paying
why
attention.
I love you,
he's
Charles.
he's
I
working.
got
I-
interrupted.
I can talk to you for hours, Charles, and it's as if you're not even there. You're so good at listening.
I heard your
you're
dick's in my
so
mouth. Like, that's all I needed.
great.
I'm off. I'm good.
So great just to sit there in silence for hours as I talk.
All right. Yeah.
But in all seriously, yeah. I mean, Chuck, you've kind of been my ear I've been pulling on for the last about a year, 2 years. When things started going sideways in my life, you were there for that. Tony, I'm being honest with you. Like, when I bring you stuff and you say, no, this looks bad, you can't publish that. I mean, that's exactly what I want from you.
I
Right.
appreciate it, man. I really do. It just I don't take compliments well, so I get awkward.
No,
and
you're awkward
I'm
always.
fighting to
Good.
not say something smart ass or like something about your mother, but I'm like, no, he's trying to be nice. Just it's okay. It's all right. And I know, man, I really do
I got
appreciate
you, Tony.
it. You gonna say something bad about his mother?
Yeah. He is glad to tell you every time something you give him looks like shit, Phil.
Yeah.
He's so happy about it, and he texts me immediately after, "Yo, you should see this bullshit."
Good. And then with you, Mike, the bits are never ending, which can be a pain in the ass, but I also enjoy it.
Legitimately, the other day I was like, "Phil, I can't tell if this is a bit anymore. Like, we need to take a timeout. Like, where are we?" Like,
So it's always good to have that kind of relationship, but also with the three of us, we can bring it back and like have these personal conversations where it's like, no, I really need help on this, or no, I'm having a rough day. I need you to pick me up. So
Sometimes
what are you counting for,
You
bud?
said three of us. There's
Three of
four
us.
I'm trying to figure
He's
out
not
which one of us
including
that belongs.
himself.
I don't include myself.
You said us, but it's the pejorative that
I'm
means
sorry.
ourselves.
Do I have to make
Oh,
fun of Georgia
boy.
education again? I thought we worked past
Us.
this.
Us means all included. So there's four of us.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's the three of
Charles
us,
Charles went grammar girl on you, dog. I never
don't
never
care.
thought
I
I'd
know
see
her.
the day.
I'll name drop,
Um,
bitch. I know her.
Oh, do you really?
you
That's
know
right.
her,
You've
bro.
mentioned that. Grammar Girl's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
before
she's
we
my
before
friend.
we move on, Being in chat mentioned he wants a whole segment on why he's great, and I'm for that. We can do it.
Tony, you can't do it. You've never met Bean ever. You don't know.
He claims I met him at DragonCon. Was he at the party Thursday?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was the guy. He was the guy with the sword, Tony.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, what? What sword? I don't remember a sword. Oh.
I'm sure he was a great guy, and we all love. Hey, you know what? I am going to be serious. We really do love people that come out and hang out and chat with us, man, and let us act like clown shoes and continue to support it. So, I mean, it really is appreciated when you're someone who makes stuff. A couple people digging it, it means the world. It really does. Like, so that's nice. Apparently, Bean brought a sword to the botch cookout, and then there was a cowboy hat. Y'all, that's 2 years ago now.
Hard,
I really don't remember. So,
here's what I remember. I'm not gonna say I'm thankful for y'all. I'm just not gonna do it. We'll have that conversation after the episode, and I'll tell you all how much you mean to me. Phil, I will tell you how grateful I am for like being able to sync up with the rest of the clowns here. Charles, I will tell you how thankful I am that you gave Adventure Incorporated a shot at DragonCon despite never having met us. And Tony, I will tell you how thankful I am that you are the coolest motherfucker on the show. But I'm not going to do it on the show. Instead, I'm going to thank the folks. I'm going to say that I'm thankful for the folks that listen to the show. Like when we started my first experience with podcasting, the whole reason we started it is because we wanted to play a game, and we knew that we wouldn't get anywhere if we were just playing a game. And we knew that we would feel beholden to doing something and putting it out consistently if we had even one listener. The fact that we have a decent listenership and folks come out to support the things that we do in all these different places means the fucking world. There's no way in hell Tony and I are broadcasting with Steph to an empty Twitch channel, right? We're just not going to do it. Nah, fuck it. We'll do it next week. It's fine. There's no way. The folks that come and hang out every week, they make the show for me. They're if it weren't for the listeners giving us topics to talk about and the conversation happening in chat around us, I wouldn't be here. So thank y'all.
I'm still not convinced that most of these people don't have Stockholm syndrome. But I mean, you are 100% correct. The botch community and the people that support me over at my Patreon, man, it's insane. Last night,
what Patreon's that?
I don't want to talk about it because I'm giving thanks to these people. We went on a hype train yesterday.
Oh,
right?
That's awesome.
We went to a stage 3 hype train in the middle of the botch show. And it was insane.
Ooh, that's solid.
And you're right, Mike. We would never be doing this. Especially botch. We all hate each other. We would never be 5 years deep in doing this live on Twitch if it wasn't for our patrons that come every week to watch the show, man. It's great.
Yeah, but to be fair, you hold up their driver's license and you're like, I know where your family lives.
It's true.
So then next thing you know, hype train.
Hype train. Yeah, I don't have to kill Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they put up these. The backgrounds are just little 1 pixel by 1 pixel pictures of their families being kidnapped, holding up newspapers so the algorithms don't see it. But if you zoom in, you go, oh, hype train. Okay.
They know.
Hype train.
There's a
Right.
sign. Yeah. Kind of building on to what everyone's been saying. I legitimately have fun on Wednesday nights and look forward to coming and doing this. And it's because people in chat make me laugh. We have fun. We converse with everyone. Sometimes I'm scared that I don't pay attention to the audio portion of the podcast, and I'm not doing the podcast part right because I'm really just hanging out and bullshitting with everyone and having fun and not focusing. I do have a friend that listens, and she was like, no, things are good. They're all right. I'm like, okay, cool. Cause I'm just hanging out. Like,
That's awesome. And Tony's brought all the ladies to the channel, I do believe. You know, it was a very dude heavy thing. Like, we've got to diversify. How do we do that?
well,
Oh, you get Tony P. That's how you
to be
get the
fair,
ladies.
if it's ladies that I didn't bring, they're now on the Tony P hype train. So
Level 3, baby. Choo choo.
we don't talk about level 3.
You know
Other
what, though?
stuff that I'm
Go ahead.
thankful for, like I'm thankful that right now I'm able to do a show at all, right? Like we're in some crazy fucking times, and like the fact that we're still able to sit here on like
Okay, sorry, Mike. So Gozer
No.
music just piped in. Gozer just piped in. I tuned in for some trash. I'm very disappointed right now.
Gozer, hang on. Just hang on, buddy. I'm sorry. Give us,
Yeah.
we got maybe
Uh.
10 more minutes and we'll get to
Well,
the
you know,
trash.
when that dude was on the show, it was the worst numbers we've ever had. Nobody downloaded it. In fact, we got negative numbers on those shows, so there's some trash talk.
People
for
We
you.
had to
Returned
pay
it?
the sponsors.
yeah. People returned the episode. It was fucking crazy. But no, I'm honestly also I'm thankful I still have a fiance even after I shaved a mohawk into my head at 36 fucking years old.
You didn't tell her ahead of time,
No.
Mike? That's not how you
I-
keep a happy marriage, Michael.
I asked her if
Oh,
she would
Miguel.
mind, and then she said, "Well, like, will it be back before the wedding?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm sure." And then she said, "Okay." And then I
Oh.
did it without telling her, "Hey, I'm going to do this now." And then she walked into the bathroom as I'm like, and she's like,
God, I wish I'd gotten that on video. That'd
Mike,
been
you've
so
you've
good.
been
motherfucker.
with your significant other enough that you know, okay, doesn't really mean okay.
Yeah.
You know,
No.
the letters are the same, but it's all in the tone.
I mean, like she said, she's just said in chat, she met me with a mohawk. So like this, if
Yeah,
anything, this
but-
is like a return to who.
she also wasn't
really
marrying the
liked.
man that she met. She's marrying the man that you became.
Yes, the one that she helped cultivate, the one that she made
You
better.
stupid motherfucker.
She likes it.
I say, Mohawk wedding.
She
Like,
likes it. Go ahead,
Everyone
you're
gets a
not
mohawk.
hardcore. You're not hardcore unless you go hardcore.
It's a punk
just-
wedding.
Yeah.
Like that SNL sketch where the punk band reunites.
Deep cut.
It's fucking
Didn't see
cringe.
that one.
No,
Didn't
it's
see that one.
it's a cringe one.
Let me tell you how much she
Yeah.
loves the Mohawk. She openly put in chat she only watches this show for Tony P. That wasn't said until the Mohawk showed up, Mike. I'm just pointing little things out, buddy. Just trying to help you. You know,
No, that's why I wear a hat so I don't get caught in these haircut
that
or
nobody
lack
sees your-
thereof.
Nobody
Yeah.
sees your mohawk.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have a negative mohawk, like an inverse mohawk.
Like the guy from Prodigy.
I do know that, but yes.
4 weeks, Mike. 4 weeks before my wedding, I was roughhousing at the EMS station because my partner was weird like that, and he ended up
Wait,
breaking my nose.
Pause. Time out.
Uh huh.
Time out.
Yeah.
Back it up.
Uh huh.
He just did roughhousing as an adult
Yeah.
to
I
describe
mean, we
his
weren't
own
like
activities.
fighting. We
You
were
and
seeing
some
who could be
dude-
stronger than another person.
You and some dude at work were roughhousing.
He saw Fight Club for the first time and got a wild hair. He was going through a horrible divorce. I guess he decided in a good natured way, he's going to take out some of this negative energy. And we were wrestling. He didn't mean to break my nose, but he broke my nose 4 weeks before my wedding. And soon, my wife worked at the ER that we serviced, and that night, immediately, bruised nose, black eye. We go in there for a call. She sees me. She was okay with it, Mike. I'm just telling you, it was not an easy 4 weeks, buddy. You might want to get some hair growth for men or some shit. I'm just saying.
Rogaine.
Oh, I don't need that.
Rogaine.
My
Yeah.
hair grows on its own, Charles. It's crazy.
I'm looking at you right
Turns
now.
out-
It's not going to grow fast enough.
Here's
I
what
just-
you do. When Steph is asleep,
Shave her
you
head.
give her into a mohawk. Just shave her mohawk. And then you'll have matching hawks.
20s.
Some kind of just slip her some extra melatonin. She'll be all right.
Charles,
If she breathes less than 6 times a minute, just
Let's
kiss her
not-
a little bit.
let's not openly on air talk about drugging our friends. Like, let's back it up to Grown Man Roughhousing, which is my new band name, by the way.
I would buy
I've
that
just-
CD.
Never heard of such a thing. That Grown
Bro,
Man Roughhousing.
Tony,
Nope.
you don't have male friends and you don't leave the house.
I'm pretty
No,
sure if Mike
true.
and I lived near each other, we would wrestle each other a lot.
So
Yeah,
I
but
have
we
a
would call it wrestling. We
Yeah.
wouldn't call it roughhousing.
Roughhousing.
That would
Oh.
be
It's really
600.
wrestling.
well, I guess wrestling's okay. No, I just have a thing. And you're right, Charles. You're right on both accounts. Most of my friends are female, and I don't leave the house. So you're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
I was
But
But
the
the
third-
roughhouse with your
23.
female friends?
The third
Yeah.
thing is I don't play fight.
He
Either
just
I'm gonna
plays
fight
house.
or I'm not gonna fight. Like there's no, I don't do that like kind of fighting. Nope. Either we're fighting or not
no,
fighting.
that's where I am now. I was 23, young and dumb. And
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fine. I forgot you got married fairly young. So I
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
Oh, when I was 23, we were just real fighting each other for fun. Like,
I'm
all right.
thankful that Mike and Phil, for that matter, both somehow survived their youth. Because although I did
Right?
not know them then, it was certainly touch and go.
oh yeah,
A couple times. Oh, yeah.
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 most of the time. Like
Drug use. Yeah. A lot
Just
of drug
off
use.
the top of your head for both of you, how many hospital visits have you had?
I can't
dear.
answer that.
top
You
of
I
don't
have no
remember
idea.
from the
I have
concussion?
no
It's-
idea.
I was gonna say it's
Wow.
because of the concussions.
I've had
Yeah.
7
15 plus.
confirmed concussions in my
Jesus
life.
Christ.
I've had more that have not been confirmed because I didn't
Yeah.
go to the doctor. But
Yeah.
no, I mean, we were in the ER a lot. I'm thankful for the ER
I'm
staff.
thankful for ERs. Yeah, I'm thankful that ERs.
You know what?
exist.
Especially right now, I'm thankful for all the people that work in hospitals, doing their fucking job. Even though America's like, nah, we're good. We don't need to do this, and they're still working their asses off trying to fight this thing and keep all these idiots alive.
We don't deserve it,
No, we don't.
but
You
we
know,
are
fr-
thankful for
From
y'all.
the nurses to the doctors to the custodians, man. Everybody inside that building, is doing their part, and just
All right.
unfortunately we
gotcha.
can't
Yeah,
help them
Fuck
out.
the assholes outside the building.
Oh,
but
not
everybody
the
in
oh
the
boy!
building,
Don't
they're
forget
solid.
about the
Yeah.
ambulance people.
No,
You can't
those
forget
are
about them.
fucking no, dude.
The-
No,
yeah,
The
no, fuck
leeches?
those people. EMT.
I'm with Kilted Pipe Guy in chat. I probably remember every time I've stepped into
Yeah.
the ER.
Oh, shit.
Like me
I-
personally,
oh.
the couple times for my buddies, and then that was it. Like
I
I
only
can-
remember the worst times. Like that's a whole different topic. I am thankful to be here.
yeah, I mean, to me, they're all worst times. Like
Oh,
they
no.
all sucked when I went to the ER. Like, it's just, but again, I don't live that life. I don't have the mohawk, I'm not hardcore. I'll be the first to admit, like, nah, that's not me. I'm good. I'm going to sit over here, and drink a Sprite or something. I'm all right.
That's exactly why I'm so grateful that you've let me put you down as a custodian of my kids in case me and my wife die. You'll get all 4 of them because you're the
Shit.
smart Uncle Tony. You'll keep them safe as opposed to
thankful for
that
that.
fuck face with the mohawk.
Oh yeah, I'd be terrible with your kids.
This is
I'd
the
teach them. They'd learn shit. It'd be awful for them.
oh, all right.
I got
this
you.
is
Gozer.
this is this is the first time I'm hearing about this.
Yeah.
So we'll chat about that between the shows. Just say a prayer for Charles's children if anything happens to him and his wife, because he would call me like
No, we wouldn't.
dying on
You
like
wouldn't be
the
able
phone.
to.
Well, he would be dying. Like, oh man, I'm on my way out. I need to call Tony and have him watch the kid. It'd go to voicemail. I'd be like, bro, send me a text. Like, don't call me. Why are you calling me right
Hey,
now?
man, what's up?
That's my first question.
You up? No.
Swat says, I'm scared of Charles's kids. I imagine they're all giants, but they're not taller than your 6'4" ass, so I don't know what you're worried about.
No, Charles's house is like Lord of the Flies. Those children are just.
Oh man, wasn't it Chris Wisdom the first year everybody came? Or yeah, you were
Yeah,
there
it
the
was
first
Wisdom.
year. Yeah,
Yeah,
Where,
punch right in the dick.
No,
Nice to meet
Rylan
you.
was Rylan was like 6 or 7. And he had this plastic hammer,
Feet
and I
tall.
look over and he's just hammering Chris in the head, and Chris is just sitting there staring off, talking to us. I'm like, Chris,
Oh,
what
it
are you
was
doing?
Dennis.
Tell him to
It was
stop.
Dennis. When Dennis met
Was it
Rylan
Dennis?
for the first time, he got punched right in the dick.
Oh yeah, well I kind of told him to do that. So
That explains Dennis now. For those that
Yeah.
know him, it makes perfect sense.
sense.
I will say, and obviously I would never like dig on anyone's kids, but like your daughter that comes to the cons and stuff, she always gets stopped because she has like a kid's badge. The last con we were at Atlanta Comic-Con, and we're just walking, talking, not paying any attention. And she's like yelling at us, like, hey, wait, hold up. And we're like, oh, what the fuck? And security wouldn't let her through the door with a children's badge. They were like, she's not a kid. And we're like, no, she is.
Yeah.
They're like, no, I don't believe it. Like, no, she's not stealing a children's badge. So we had to come back, vouch for her,
We
Get
pulled
her
the,
out
don't
of-
you fucking know who we are?
Get her out of-
motherfucker.
get her out of con prison, and then
Yeah.
go back to where we were going.
And
But
that,
yeah,
to be fair, that was not Dragon Con though. That was
No,
somewhere
yeah,
else.
it was Atlanta Comic-Con. But I had fun then with my friends. Charles, my new friend at the time. Little did I know
Yeah.
I'd still be stuck with him. I'm having fun with you guys tonight. I love you guys. I love the people in chat. Things are pretty good, all things considered. And you know what else I love? Showing the love. And guess what's back? I thought I was going to talk about some fun shows. Last week I got to talk about Utopia. This week I wanted to talk about Queen's Gambit. But no. I'm back to vote.org. Why? Because it's still not done in Georgia. You thought it was over? It ain't over. We have runoff elections in Georgia. So if you don't know where to go, when to vote, how to register, go to vote.org. And you can register by December 7th. And I didn't know this. Mike actually brought this to my attention. If you're 18 now, if you couldn't register for the main election, you can register now. So register to vote. Come and make your vote heard in Georgia, where we do have a runoff. We're still getting political ads. It ain't over.
And
It'll
calls.
never be over. We will.
You're
we will
welcome,
be in an
Tony.
election forever.
Fuck you, Mike.
So with that, yeah, that is the end of this episode. You can find us everywhere, man. You can find us in the club. You can find us on Facebook.
It's going
Um,
down.
50. You can find us on Facebook, MySpace, YouTube, Twitter. I think we jumped to Parler. Speaking of voting, we got that mysterious Instagram. We got some stuff on Discord. We got some stuff on Google, dog. You can go to Yahoo. We're on the Yahoo. All that stuff. So find us, check us out, man. Listen to the show. You can email us at almostdailypod@gmail.com. That's cool too, because if you got topics or ideas or comments, we're using a ton of submitted topics this week, y'all. So if you have an idea, send it to us and we will use it. Last but not least, you can find me on youtube.com/Tony P. Henderson. I do cover some wacky news over there. So don't go away. Your boy Mike is coming up next. It's so crazy to go early. Usually I'm falling asleep, but I'm awake. So Mike's coming up next, talking about
Yeah, I am.
superheroes we identify with. So don't go away. Thank you all again very much on this thankful episode. And since this is my last one, happy Thanksgiving. Eat that food up.
Oh,
All right, y'all.
we need to
Oh,
mention
wait,
on the
and
podcast.
one more thing, of course, Charles.
Because Tony, you didn't want to be here next week, so we got to tell him no show next week on the podcast.
No show next week. Thanksgiving break. We're going to be cutting into those pies a little early, opening those bottles a little early, preparing for the family day ahead. So, yep. I don't know what day the audio airs, man, but no recording next Wednesday. All right, that's it. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back in a minute.
I'm most
not-
grateful for Kit Kat. She's the sunshine of my life.
It's not a literal
Without
minute.
her, I would never be the podcaster I am today. Thank you, Kit Kat, the Cat, for being the best ever.
Does she pay extra for that?
She hates when we pay attention to her. So this has been heartwarming. Now it's over. I'm glad.
I probably met Kit Kat too. I don't know. All I know is,
No.
man, she loves her some chicken. Like, damn, every week, chicken strips, chicken nuggets. We're the nugs. We're the strips. We're the
Because
nugs.
she's like 4'2", can only eat kids' food legally.
I had some wings for lunch today, dog. It was good.
Where from?
A place in Columbus
I'll be right
called
back.
Mr. Wing.
Okay. Now, from listening to you on the different shows I was gone from and from Oddcast, you've got no taste, dude. You're killing me.
Mike's,
I like me
Mike
a Caesar's hot.
Mike
and
has to
ready.
go spike his hair up real quick.
Yeah, it's falling down. He's got to get the pink tips.
No, Kit Kat. I have not had the pleasure.
I don't think any of us
That's
have actually.
Some would say.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to keep chicken strips on me at all times, just in case.
A bandolier of chicken strips.
Hey, I'm Kit Kat. Oh, I'm ready. Here you go.
Yeah, man. Keep a little baggie
Barbecue?
in our pockets. There you
Barbecue or honey mustard.
go.
Yeah, Charles. Now I have good taste. I appreciate fine cuisine, but I also appreciate garbage food. Yeah, as simple as that. I will eat some garbage food. Pocket nugs, as Emily said.
Yeah.
Pocket nugs
Ranch.
with ranch.
Shout out to Phil for reminding you that folks who turn 18 will be able to vote in the runoff. Shout out to me for graciously accepting the misattribution. Shout out to Phil for actually having the next topic. Shout out to Tony for not being able to tell the difference between two young, beautiful white guys.
It's a different show and the same bullshit. Like, it doesn't matter. This shit happened on Breaking the Panel constantly. I thought you were doing a bit. Now I realize that you weren't.
Those are the best bits, man. When I'm not even in on the bit.
Those are meta bits.
Yeah.
Weed a bit.
Nope.
That's 'cause
That
it's
is,
so fucking old.
Yeah, that is full 100% lack of remembering and or caring. So a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Look, I don't give a fuck. My segment's done. Somebody's going next. You know.
Bean said something back there about hockey is dangerous. I think I only had 1 or 2 concussions from hockey. It was other things that were scrambling my old brain. Let me see your mask that you got there, bud. What
I
you
want to
got
save
there?
it. I want to save it for a recording.
Okay. I didn't know you had a reveal. I'm sorry.
All right.
You're gonna save it for the audio recording? Is that what we're doing?
Well, the audio will hear the reaction from you guys. I'll explain it to the audio
Gotcha.
people.
Oh,
Yes, I'm not
Um,
white. I'm Italian.
Anyway, so okay, but for real, the topic I mixed up. I don't care about that. But for real, I could have sworn. I gotta go back and look at the messages. I'm gonna.
I reminded you,
Did you? Okay.
but Phil originally reminded you. I just said it
Gotcha.
louder.
I was so legitimately why is Phil so despondent right now? Is he maybe he got
No.
something going on? I don't know. Fuck him. Like
That was
Whatever,
every
man.
episode of Breaking the Panel was.
it'll be
you know,
okay. Phil be all right.
Chris said this, and it was Phil or.
Oh.
That's a good
thoughts.
point that Paul made. It's
Yeah.
just like, ugh.
Stealth said it's the Italian heritage. I misread that to say it's the Italian rage. I guess it's one and the same.
I thought he was still talking about dressing for chicken nuggets.
But yo, so I had
Right.
had that mango habanero today.
Oh, it's so good. Isn't
Yo,
it?
that's where it's at.
Yeah. All right. You ready, Phil?
Let me get my timer up real quick.
Mike, you ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Laugh. Oh my god.
Female Italian heritage, like his mom's back. Am I right?
Hey
Oh!
You know, I would pay good money to see Steph come in by the last segment and just start buzzing from behind. Just come at you with the buzzer and take the mohawk down. Yeah, she really likes it, Mike. All right, markers
Hit me.
in.
You're listening to Almost Daily Discourse with your perfectly adequate hosts, Tony P., Charles, Mike, and here with today's topic is Phil.
Oh, Stephanie, thank you for that lackluster intro. I look forward to it every week. This is Almost Daily Pod, a podcast about pondering. Now, look, we haven't talked about superheroes in a while. So, I was finally sitting down and watching Iron Man 3 for the first time this week.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Let me interrupt. I'm so sorry.
Okay, well, thank you. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But- As I was sitting there, I really saw some characteristics in Tony Stark's personality and my own, and it was kind of disturbing how much path can be crossed between the two of us. So I started to think, and what other superheroes or villains do I have personality traits with? So I have compiled a couple different heroes and villains, and I was just wondering about you guys, and where do you see yourself in some of these heroes, either on book or in screen?
Big surprise here. Your boy and Peter Parker have a long
Oh,
relationship of feeling a lot of things, you know?
Well, with great mohawks comes great responsibility. So.
Mostly it was the whole like dead dads thing. But yeah.
Ah, yeah. Good. I'm glad you could work that into another
I
episode.
came back to
That-
get cigarettes, Mike. I'm
that
not
too.
dead.
That too. So, Stealth
That-
King
I
in
was
chat
gonna
said,
say,
He's just
Said I
gonna drop
don't
that
like-
bomb and drink
Yeah.
water and be done.
Yeah.
He's not
Yeah,
done.
that's
Said
all
I-
there is.
Stealth King in chat said, I don't like Iron Man because I'm not in it. That's partially true, but the truth is, I mixed it up with the second one. When I made that comment, it was the second one that I think was really bad. Which one had Mandarin? Which one is that one?
part 3 was the
Three.
Mandarin.
Oh, then I'm right. I apologize because that whole Mandarin thing. I thought it couldn't get any worse than Whiplash wrestler.
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey
But
Rourke.
it did. Yeah.
Yeah. I have to nobody's surprise ever, I don't think. I've always identified with Hulk. He's always big, misunderstood. He gets angry. He smashes things. It wasn't until Planet Hulk that I really said, no, he's my dude. He's my spirit animal, because there it really shows that there's a lot more to him than this angry Hulk smash stuff. It was just people never gave him the time of day to work on it. And so I've got something. So in this world of wearing masks, right, I need something cool. I've lost a plastic piece to my Nintendo mask, so I've got to replace that. And I've got the Dragon Con one that's cool, but it doesn't like close down on my nose. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to look for superhero mask. And I found this Hulk face. And when I put it on, it didn't turn out the way it was supposed to. It did not turn out the way. So it's supposed to make my face look like I'm the Hulk, right? And if it even stretches out, says something about Hulk, doesn't do something on the bottom. But when you put it on, it does, let's see, go the right way. It does this. So it stretches the mouth down. So instead of being like Hulk smash, it's like Hulk.
You're Derpy Hulk, which is
Yes.
really what
And
you are.
And that's what everybody says. Like, oh, that suits you so well. I'm like, fuck off, asshole. But the
It-
mouth is
wow.
like on my chin. It does. Who the fuck designed this? I don't know. But it's warm and it makes people laugh. But I have the
For
Derpy
those
Hulk
that
mask.
aren't watching, Derpy Hulk sums it up quite perfect.
Yeah. Check
That
out
is-
the VOD before it's too late. Wow. Wow.
I wish I could come up with something better. It's over. That wins. It's Derpy Hulk.
Yep.
It looks
Or
so good
Shrek,
when you don't
like-
put it
Or
on.
Shrek. Like it's a Shrek mask.
The first thing I saw was Shrek. I couldn't help it.
Wow.
So,
Another thing you have in common with Hulk is Thanos whooped his monkey ass in that movie
Yeah.
from the jump. Remember how excited, like, yo, the movie, I've been waiting for this. And then Hulk just gets destroyed. Like before, I think the opening credits. Like, oh, damn. That was, it
why
was
is
gross.
that- Why is that
I'm-
your favorite part? Why are you so excited about that? You're
I'm
not
embar-
Thanos. So fuck up.
Because it was hilarious. And
It
I was,
not-
I was
Mm,
embarrassed for a fictional
mm,
CGI comic book character that
mm.
he got his ass beat that bad. But
Well, Thanos
but-
is God mode. He should have. I mean, come on.
funny enough, Charles, sometimes I feel like, you know, me and Thanos might be on the same page. We might get along. I am
I mean, it
by
wasn't
no
wrong.
means exactly. I'm by no means God mode, but like, yo, man, I get it. There's a lot of people, dude, and a lot of them suck and they do bad things. Now, he probably could have been a little more picky in the half that he decided to wipe out. He just went with like a blind half. That's where he and I are kind of like, we don't see eye to eye. But the fact that some of these people need to go, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that, Thanos. I'll punch that ticket.
I mean, he
Some
punched that
people-
ticket for you, dude. Like he literally snapped you out of existence.
Okay, look, yeah, I mean, that did happen. But I mean, like, again, in theory, he wasn't too particular. When you're getting rid of like, you know, a billion people, you don't have time to pick and choose. So that's what happened there. Yeah, but it's okay. We're over. We're past it.
Yeah, it's kind of perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
I was trying to think of one for all of you as well, but Thanos I didn't really land on for you.
Well, what
Tony,
did you
but
land
that's-
on for Tony?
I didn't get that far.
Didn't bother.
if you fucking say Black Panther,
Oh no, I wasn't gonna say Black Panther. I was gonna say
No, he's involved.
He's going to say the Italian Gamook. I don't know.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know.
Italian Gamook.
the Italian Gamook.
The Italian Gamook.
That's my wrestling name, by the way. From Parts Unknown, the Intercontinental Champion.
I love how Tony turns everything into a positive. He might be the Gamook, but he's an international champion.
No, Intercontinental Champion. It's a wrestling
Intercontinental.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know it
the
is.
Second, it's underneath the champion.
Yeah, I'm not the
about how you
heavyweight
take
champion of the
something-
world. I'm not there yet. But one day, the Italian Gamook will be king of the ring.
So, Phil, I want to hear your picks. Who'd you land on? Or did we hear Mike's self pick? Did you tell? Yeah, Peter
Yeah,
Parker.
Mike was Spider-Man,
Piss off.
yeah.
Peter Parker.
Yeah, Peter Parker
whiny
was
ass
too
But like
easy.
honestly, but let's be serious. Like of the Marvel universe, like I don't know that there's another one that like is closer for me. Like personality wise, right? He's trying his best. He's a heart of gold. Says the wrong thing. Isn't cool. He's not great, right? But then when he puts on the mask, he's able to be a completely different person, right? And so like when you get in front of the camera and you start doing other things, you're able to be different. You know, all of the like anxiety from actual me gets to fade away for a little bit, and I play a character in a thing, right? And like there's a lot of things that line up, right? Like I'm no fucking science genius, but like I do love learning in the same way, right? Like, and I'm hungry for it, and it like there's so many similarities.
I still say Plastic Man.
No, to be honest with you, Mike, I had you dead ringer for Deadpool because you're annoying as
Really?
fuck. You run your mouth all the time.
And we can't
And-
kill you.
And I'm too
We
meta.
cannot kill you. Yeah. And like anytime you get knocked down, your ass jumps back up, and you're happy about it.
He's
Like-
like Chumbawamba.
Yeah.
That's your tag team partner, right? We're going after the belts this coming Sunday at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's the Italian Gamook and Chumbawamba together again at last.
Holy shit.
Oh my gosh. Well, what was your pick for me, Phil?
I mean, that was kind of easy, right? I knew that you are the Hulk. I mean, but you're like you're smart Hulk, right? You're not just Bruce Banner, or you're not just Smasher. No, he's somewhere in between, right? Without the science, right? I mean, I guess you're an EMT. You're an EMTist, right? Okay, so there you go. You got your science in there.
MTS.
When you save lives by charging them $6,000 for a ride to the hospital.
What was there like? Which Hulk? Who's the smartest Hulk? Is that
Gray Hulk.
Mr. Fix-It?
Maybe.
Wreck-It
Gray
Gray
Ralph.
Hulk was up there.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It.
Yeah, so let's come down to like you know, is there like
Classic Hulk.
a purple Hulk? Yeah, like like yellow Hulk. Where's he at?
Oh,
I
That's
think
kinda-
you're somewhere around like the Lou Ferrigno Hulk. That's kind of where I would
Oh,
put
he was
you.
my boy.
See? I nailed it.
I grew up watching that. And I did to somewhat of Phil's dismay. Honestly, I not personally after I got done with my damage, but I could relate to the Punisher. It's not like I don't identify with him 100%, but I can relate and see why he does what he does.
Well,
Is that
no,
because
no,
he
and
backed
that's
the blue, Charles? Is that what? is
No,
it?
he
because
no,
you
David came out
understand-
and said
You understand
that,
the thin blue line that makes the Punisher what he is?
that's not how the Punisher works. And actually, the comics and the creator, but they addressed it in the comics. Now, I'm glad you mentioned that. We've talked about that on my EMS show. Some is that once cops really started identifying with it and putting it on their car. Yeah, no, they's like, nope, that's not what this is supposed to do. And he never
Right.
says he's trying to enforce the law. He's saying he's trying to inflict justice.
Who's
I get
who created the Punisher? I can't remember his name.
Was it Jerry? It wasn't Jerry.
Yeah, it
Conway.
was Jerry.
Yeah, it was
Conway.
Jerry.
Conway. So
Conway?
yeah, I interviewed Jerry Conway at Atlanta Comic-Con.
That's right, you did.
And he said straight up, "Nah, dog, you guys are wrong." Like,
Yeah,
and let me tell you, he won't hesitate. He doesn't dance around it. It's no, well, he's like, "No, you're wrong. That is not what the Punisher is about." And then people will be, well, I just think, and he's like, "Go fuck yourself. I created it." Like,
yeah.
and then the conversation's over because once somebody says, "I created that thing that you're trying to steal," there's not much more you can say. But anyway, sorry, I just had to get that out.
No, but it's all right to like. I'm not saying like which one is completely you, but I'm saying
Right.
like there's traits in different superheroes that you can pretty much glom onto. Like the douchiness of Tony Stark and the way that he treats people was what I was just like, oh shit, no,
Oh, no.
I do that.
Oh no.
I do that shit. He's saying things in this movie that I have said to people. Like, and I was just like, oh God, like, I can't believe this. Tony,
Yeah, that
for
tracks.
you, I had you pegged as Doctor Strange.
Oh, see,
Right.
no, I was gonna pick you as Doctor Strange.
You're pretty much.
No, he's just strange.
I'm just strange. I like we have said before, I have not gone to college, so I don't have my degree. I'm just strange. But no, Tony, I mean Doctor Strange, man, he's in the fucking moment, right? He's always the smartest, suavest motherfucker in the room, but also at any point he can just, I'm out of here. I'm stepping into
Yeah.
a dimension and
Yeah.
getting the fuck out.
I get
I gotta
that,
go.
man.
I mean,
Okay, I was struggling like, I don't. Oh, yeah,
I
and
cut the
then
bargain for me to get the fuck out of here by 8:00.
and
Yeah.
then when he's over it, he's out like,
Yeah,
oh, you
he's
got me
out.
there, dude. You got me there. That and then when
I was
all-
gonna say Silver Surfer because he's always fucking alone.
I used to love Silver as a kid.
Yeah.
Silver Surfer was one of my favorites, man. And also with Doctor Strange, when all hell was breaking loose, he was watching something else. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna,
Yeah.
this is cool over here. What's going on? Like, I'll get back to you. You
Dude,
know,
that
Yeah.
is perfect because Tony can play well with others like the Avengers, but you know,
Mm.
I'd rather we're done now. We're good. We're done now.
Yeah.
And even before the magic came along, Doctor Strange was that way. So that's a good.
Yeah.
That was a good pick.
I like
on
to
the
think of
villain
myself.
side,
Oh, go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
no.
Real quick. I was gonna say very similar. I like to think of myself as I went with Thanos, also Doctor Doom, just living in my castle, pissed off. if there's a villain pissed off at people, sign me up for that one. That's fair.
Yeah.
You know, Thanos pissed off at people. Victor Von Doom pissed off at people living in a castle. Yeah, I'm good with that. We'll go with that one.
On the villain side, I was thinking of myself and trying to figure out like what villain do I like? Do I think has the most convincing message? And for sure, for me, it's Magneto. Like a dude who like sees a social justice issue and then just like goes the next step. Like I don't know. I am uncomfortable knowing that like if I were a mutant, I would live on Genosha. Like and just be so fucking happy about it. Like I just know I would. I'm sorry, right? Like I would be Kid Omega in the Uncanny Run with the Magneto was right t-shirt. Like that would just like I would be Quentin. Like
isn't
he had a
Genosha
mohawk too, also, by the way.
Isn't Genosha basically like the Austin, Texas of the comic book world?
Yeah,
Just,
it's its own
little
everything.
radical liberal place.
Yeah.
Now, Mike, do you identify with Magneto? Or you just like his
No, so
like you would follow him if you were
right. And
in that
the
world.
question was like, who do you identify with, right? And like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think from the villain side, I identify with someone who sees a social justice issue and can't figure out a way other than like antagonistically solving the problem because it's better than
Sure.
doing nothing, right? Like it's easy to get disillusioned with the system when you look at the number of times that the loser
Here
or
we go.
the loser of an election is the winner of the popular vote, right? Like it's hard not to get disillusioned with
you
that.
know what?
Hey,
We're on comic books, motherfucker, not real life bullshit.
It's
But
my
like,
topic, and I'll allow it.
That's the best thing about Magneto, right? Is like it's right fucking there, Charles. And like the X-Men was about civil rights. Yeah. So
Right.
like you can't say, oh, we're talking about comic books, not politics. Like fuck you. That's all it's talking about,
It's one and the same, basically. Yeah, I mean, everyone knows by now. It's X-Men is MLK versus Malcolm X. You know, that's
Right.
that's who they are. You know, so rather than Mike compare himself to Malcolm X,
Which I never, right?
so he goes
no
with
balls.
I mean, Malcolm X had much better mohawk. I would say on the villain side, I go with Bane all day long. The actual comic book Bane, not the one we've gotten. The first one we got sucked. The second one was a lot closer, but the book really does it justice. And
well, at least the
Yeah.
first. But you're talking about the Batman and Robin, the one with like Drew Barrymore.
yeah,
That
that was
Bane-
bullshit.
But he at least had the venom in the tubes.
He did, but he was a fucking skinhead that just followed orders blindly and had no brains, and that's not
Yeah, he
what Bane is.
did. Christopher Nolan Bane, did he have venom? I don't even
Mhm.
remember.
Yeah,
They
they did. But yeah.
So in chat-
it's there.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
In chat, Bean wants us to acknowledge. Can we agree Killmonger was an amazing villain?
Killmonger, yes. Michael B.
Right.
Jordan up until the end. But then in the end, he's so
Mike.
fucking good.
Mike, do you not like Michael B. Jordan?
I love Michael B. Jordan. I
Oh, okay.
think he
Sorry,
mailed in
Tony.
the first 90% of that movie, only to redeem it at the end with this beautiful fucking like, nah, kill me. What's the good in living if I'm gonna be in prison? Like, give me more of that throughout the whole movie instead of like stereotypical gangster stuff.
You know,
like
he
Gotcha.
Michael B. Jordan
Gotcha.
didn't write it. He just acted it.
that. Thank you, Charles. I
Just
wasn't aware
helping out,
how
bud.
a screenplay works.
All right, good, but
Tell me
I know
more.
you need some guy.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, no.
I'm not a big fan of Michael B. Jordan, but to the chat, I can't deny. Have him take his shirt off. I'm with you on that. Recently, just voted most sexiest man. He beat me by a couple votes. He won the electoral vote of the most sexiest man. I got the popular vote.
We all know
But he got the
who
electoral,
popular vote is. Yeah.
You won the election, Tony.
We're gonna do a recount. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna have
do it.
like a runoff or something. But
So for me,
A shirt off.
shirt off.
no,
Yeah.
no. We don't-
So for me, I really see myself and Rocket Raccoon have a lot of the same personality traits.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? Rocket is the tech guy and kind of the mechanical brains behind the operation of the Guardians. But he also tries to fight back anytime somebody tries to help him and ends up hurting the ones he loves the most.
And
So-
he's not afraid of a little chaos. Everybody's like, you can't blow that up. He's like, what? Why?
I'm going to blow
Why?
it up.
Yeah.
And sometimes he just does things to make himself laugh, even if everyone else thinks it's stupid.
And he cares so much about his big dumb friend, and I can see that in you.
Yeah, I was gonna
Thanks,
say,
big dumb
clearly,
friend.
Charles is the
Yeah.
Groot in this scenario.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt. You know.
No, but I mean,
Does that make me Drax?
No, Gamora. Calm
No, I
down.
think you're Star-Lord.
I was thinking
No,
you more
Mike, you're
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord.
But yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
stop.
You know you're
try
Mantis.
hard, but you're
You're Mantis.
Me?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, you are.
I'll take Mantis. Yeah, I'll
you're
take that.
Mantis.
Yeah, you are.
But there's just always something with about Rocket, man, that I've always just like glommed onto. You know, fucking with people. I need that guy's arm, right? Why?
yeah.
It's part of my plan. Like, you know, just little things to fuck with people, but also still moving towards the end goal of whatever our objective is. But then also, you know, just cowering away when I'm not feeling great and I don't want to have to deal with people. For the villain side of it, man, I got to go Jonathan Crane, the Scarecrow. I love fucking... I love giving
Drugs.
hallucinations. I love dousing my friends' drinks and watching them trip balls. Fear toxins for everyone. Happy Friendsgiving, y'all.
And that is what it's like to be a Dragon Con, staying in the botched house.
You're not wrong.
Eat this brownie batter. This what? Whoa.
yeah.
And then I
Yo,
turn into
I
a
see people in-
psychologist.
I see people in cowboy hats with swords. It's crazy.
But I have absolutely figured out, without having to learn the hard way, you don't ever just take a drink from Phil that's not sealed.
Nope.
Just not gonna do it. Love you,
I
man.
can't count
but
the-
never.
Can't
Not
count the
ever.
number of times, Mike, seriously, try this. Phil, I've told you 100
Mhm.
times. I don't
I'm
drink.
straight edge.
Yeah, Mike, try this. Try this. Phil, I've told you, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, no, this one's virgin. I promise.
Phil, we're
Phil?
gonna I'm gonna get you some blow dart Valium off the truck, and we're gonna take care
so
of
I
this.
can take it?
No, so we can hit Mike with it
Oh,
from across the
No, I'm
room.
not going to waste Valium on Mike.
Guilty
Side
Pipe
note,
guy in chat says, "Don't take anything from Phil." Emily says, "The botched house is not for the faint of heart." Before next year, someone needs to put that on a sign and hang it outside the door.
yeah.
So that I can deface it and write botched houses for the taint of farts.
Also true.
You would also be. Yep.
Sorry.
Got him.
Yeah. This kind of talk though. I've been toying with this idea because we did.
Take two.
We did. Shut up. We did The Conjuring, right? The Conjuring, The Gathering, or whatever it was. Through the Looking Glass.
Conjuration.
Thank you.
Wow.
Conjuring the Gathering was right on point. You know,
You
Conjuring
mean-
the Gathering through the looking
Looking-
glass.
that's actually what they call the con this year, was Through the Looking Glass.
Their subtitle, but so
yeah.
you mixed up the convention with a horror movie. Is that what you were thinking?
That's
We
what
were
I'm
at
going
it was
it was
Annabelle
kind of a
Con.
shit show that we did.
with. But you know what?
Well,
Tony, you know how they sorted everybody into Harry Potter houses?
Hogwarts houses, yeah.
You know, I'm thinking of an idea where we bring different foursomes of comics and TV and see which one of us we are. It's got a reverse sorting, and that has nothing to do with Harry Potter. But I like this. I like seeing what Phil thought Mike was going to be as a hero and and what it's fun. That's what I'm talking
Is
about.
this a conversation for? Did you think we're done with this episode and we're
Almost
chatting in
done. I'm
between?
just trying to fill some time, man.
Okay? I was like,
got
is this
stuff to fill the time with?
All right, fill the time, Phil.
All right, dude.
Fill it, Phil.
Well, there's
Fill
the
it.
only
Fill
thing
the
I
time.
love
Me, Daddy.
more
Plug my hole.
than plugging Charles's hole is showing some love. Who am I showing love to? Well, me, baby, me. All my streams that I'm doing are now being put onto YouTube. So, I don't have a real link yet because I don't have 100 subscribers on YouTube. So if
It's
you want to
1,000.
go over there, nope, it's
It's
100.
100.
Did they change it back? Because at one point it's 1,000.
No,
because-
it's 1,000. It's 1,000 to be monetized. It's 100 to get your URL.
God, this makes such good content.
We'll talk off air, but there was issues with that. I'm pretty sure they've jacked the numbers up again.
What a cool
Well,
content.
someone
we're
who
doing.
hacks
Phil's my
his
favorite
own
Muppet.
YouTube URL.
Bye, Phil. See ya.
Tiny.cc/nomadtube. And check out the streams. I mean, check out the streams. We're still retro running some Metroid, Super Metroid. We're gonna jump either into Metroid Prime or something else over on twitch.tv/imaginary nomad. But I'm just trying to get a little bit more traction on that YouTube, and if it starts picking up a little bit, I'll start releasing things that aren't just gaming streams. So
Oh shit! Did you just get played off?
For the low price of $3 a month, you can support your own orphan.
you know
Phil.
what?
You
so
got
also,
the wrap up, homie.
I know. Well, I'm just waiting for the fucking Mr. Hook come out here and yank me off. Since
Sandman,
none of
by
these
the way.
assholes want to do an episode next Wednesday, you can catch me streaming next Wednesday night, twitch.tv/imaginary nomad. 8:00 p.m. I'll start that stream and we'll do some spooky time. Philip's scared stupid.
So I'll probably be there hanging out in the chat. So like, we'll just all be there. Like, we should have just recorded an episode.
This is the worst ending ever. Imaginary Nomad, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram with a 1. This is Almost Daily Discourse, a show about pondering. I'm not even going to tell you where to find it. Just use Bing. Type it in. Almost Discord, pod, stuff like that. Next up, we got Music Talk. Music Talk with my Mohawkian brother, Michael Hellison. Thanks everyone for listening to the show. It's a good show. It was great. See ya.
The last of the Mohawkians.
Italian Goombach.
Imagine thinking that Mohican wouldn't work there, and you had to change it to Mohawkians.
Mohacan. To be very, very clear.
This is who I do a show with.
I'm still better than Anthony Reid. I'm just saying.
That's true. That's not saying much though.
Jesus
Yeah.
Chonky is
Totally
better than
forgot what I
Nathan
was gonna say. Just fucking forgot.
Let's not go crazy, Phil.
Yeah. Anyway, I do like the I haven't had a drink in 20 years. Yeah, but it's Dragon Con. Like, but no, that's doesn't work that way. Like,
Long break if everybody needs to do anything.
Long break if
I'll take
anybody
things.
needs to do anything.
Look, boy, I
chat
go
said
out
check
for
the
cigarettes
Discord.
again.
Don't tease.
Yeah.
So here's why I never want to go with a mohawk. It looks like you put in a whole lot of basically some form of hair, solid gel or glue where it won't dry soft. And for me, I like that this dries soft, so it'll stay up on its own. and feel like my normal hair without having the hardness to it. You know what I'm saying?
Giggity.
I use that Murphy's, man. I use that pomade.
Okay, I was like Murphy's wood oil. I don't understand.
Yo, did you use the Murphy's, dog?
Yeah,
Use the
no, you know.
Murphy's.
Well, orange can,
This
$4.
dude gets it. This dude gets it.
Don't he
And
know?
like it probably lasts for like 3 years
A
because no one
decade.
ever buys the second can of Murphy's.
Mm-mm.
Like,
Don't need to.
yo.
So what about like
Yo, my
beard
man-
softeners, Tony? Don't you
Yo,
do
my
a
man-
beard softener?
my man knows about the Yo, my dog knows about the Murphy's. Yo,
Tony.
son, you know about the Murphy? Yeah, I have beard conditioner that I like shampoo conditioner. There's also a beard balm, and I just recently got a new Rick Ross sponsored beard oil.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been using less of the beard balm because I really like the oil. But yeah, I condition it, maybe wash it like once a week, put oil in a couple days a week, go to the barbershop every once in a blue moon. So
in
Yeah,
college,
thank
I
you
used
for
to
asking.
use school glue for this.
no,
Yeah,
I know
that's not the
I know
that's
a
not the
standard thing.
Murphy's, dog.
No, but it was also only $1, so it was way cheaper. But since now I'm an adult, I can use products that like actually feel nice in my hair.
But it still dries hard, right?
No, it's like at the end of the day, it'll squish down, no problem. But have you never used pomade?
I don't think I have.
Oh, it's the best.
I basically
it's
use
oily.
Mousse.
It's oily, but like
I
it's
don't
the
know.
best. It's always what I use. For my beard, I use like a beard oil, and then just regular shampoo and conditioner. But
I use shampoo and conditioner. I was looking for something because I've got the gray, which I love the look of, but every once in a while you get this hard hair. I was like, maybe if I can find something like beard conditioner or something, beard softener.
dude,
'Cause I'm working on boosting it from the backside. Of course, you can't see that, but it's going to get thicker. Because my wife one day said, "Ever thought about like doing the Viking thing and not cutting it back?" And it's like, well, it's too thin on the front because it'll curve and twist. But it's like, oh, if I just bring in more hair, then it'll do that. So yeah, that's what we're working on now.
so the other thing that I got for mine is a beard straightener.
Okay.
I kept seeing ads for them on like Facebook and YouTube and like everywhere. And so one day they were running like a 50% off deal, and I was like, well, fuck it. If I hate it, I just won't use it. But at least I only spent half as much money on it. And
Yeah.
like that's what Anthony uses, and he like his beard's long as shit and super straight. And so
Yeah. There
he
you are, Phil.
is. Welcome back, Phil.
I didn't get to take my break.
Oh no.
I left the studio and I hit the light switch that controls everything in my studio.
I was wondering, is it powered? So it
Why would you
powers
do that?
everything off?
Yeah.
I was wondering what made you kick out.
Yep.
Why the fuck do you have a light switch that kills everything?
It's my go to
In
bed
case of
switch.
emergency.
So you can turn everything off. Yeah. Do you need a minute to go get a drink or something?
The studio.
Yeah. What do you mean
Go.
in a studio?
A light switch that turns everything off in a room you don't want to turn everything off in.
I do when I want to go to sleep, you dumb fuck.
Then do the work and turn everything off. Go get a drink. You locked
No,
it. He turned the light
no.
off again, didn't he? He turned the fucking light switch
Oh
off
my god,
again.
did I lock up?
Yes.
Yes, you did lock up.
What
Seriously.
the fuck? Look at the face I locked up on.
I know, right? That's the face I get a lot of times when I talk to you. Nope.
Wow, what is going on?
Did you hit the switch?
No, it's my camera's not being recognized by the computer right now.
Probably because of the sudden
Yeah.
power thing. There we go. You're back.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Go
Hey
get
Phil,
some
say
drink.
something.
Hi.
All right, you're back. You were stuttering for a minute. Go get your beverage, man. It's fine. Go get your drink. We got you.
I mean, anything
just-
for Dave Grohl.
We just talked about how thankful we are for each other. You can go get a drink.
He can't
That was
hear
an
us,
hour
Tony.
ago.
Hey,
I'm not thankful for nothing anymore. I already did that. Back to being an ungrateful piece of shit. Let's go. What's my topic? Is it me?
Oh,
It's
I should
you.
probably figure out. Why is he like
It's
recording?
the music
on a
one.
different line?
Yeah, I
What did
remember
listen
now.
to? Recorded.
I've got 3 different stories for this one.
I figured you and
Yeah,
Phil would.
I have.
I'm struggling.
Most of the bands
So-
don't like sound right live, so go ahead.
Well, fucking spoilers, damn. I was gonna say, Tony, your topic is tricky for you, or this topic is gonna be tricky for you because usually the like subject of it happens where other people are. So like I get if you don't have a whole bunch, bud. I can send you some YouTube resources.
I'm sorry. You mean at those super spreader events, that type of thing, where people bring disease and hatred and get together? And yeah, you need to maybe you shouldn't watch Utopia. So
That's
Yo,
a
it's
weird
crazy
description
how-
of Sarah McLaughlin concert.
I was gonna say it's crazy
Oh,
how much
disease.
hatred and disease are already in those people before they go to those events, right?
I'm not blaming it on the event. I'm just saying people full of disease end up at those events.
Yeah.
Honestly, that is one of the prevailing theories, at least in EMS. I mean, we're not like super scientists or anything, but it's like the problem is
What?
that masks don't work.
Both
Shut it,
were like, what? Oh, what?
fucker. It's not- I knew you were gonna give me
EMS?
shit. I tried to jump ahead of it, but that's what you get. You only
Wait.
jump so far ahead of the train.
The
it's gonna
S
hit
doesn't
you.
stand for scientists? Super scientists?
Shut the fuck up. But the problem is not that masks don't work, and some of the problem's not even that people aren't wearing masks. It's that people think some people, and we've seen it in EMS, they go, "Well, I'm sick. I'm just gonna put this mask on because I gotta have my peanut butter and jelly." And go to stores like, no, you in a normal life you'd stay home. Why wouldn't you do that here? You know, just get you don't. A mask is helpful, but it's not gonna if you're full on. Okay, I just saw this from Swan. I don't know when this came up. Holy shit! What the fuck is that? But
Yeah,
I
hey,
will take
so-
it all day
So
long.
funny enough, Swan, I got up and I have my headset in, and so I heard it, and I was literally in the restroom, like, oh, I gotta hurry back so I can make this joke. But she did it better. So you
title of
you
your
were talking
sex tape.
about your hair, and you're like, I've been trying to boost it from
boosting
the back.
backside.
And I was
yeah.
gonna go with something along the lines of like Me Too, or that's what he
Yeah.
said, but again, cheers to Swan. She did it better.
Go buy her shirt, Swan.
Yeah, so if you're patient 0, a material mask maybe isn't going to save the world.
Yeah.
But the first thing in the protocol is if you have symptoms or feel unwell, stay home.
But that's
Yeah.
not what's.
And then
happening.
it's if you go out, put on a mask. You know, it's you don't combine them all into one.
no right.
It's a
Yeah.
plot. It's a plot to keep us sick. They're getting people sick and then sending them to these events to make other people sick on purpose. It's all a plot. I know how it works.
Okay,
around
I don't know
here.
what voice you're doing, but that's a character you can bring to the show anytime. That's
No,
awesome.
no, I'd rather he didn't.
Especially if you're talking about Tony. That'd be great.
Mike, did you see?
I've been watching Cody for days. That motherfucker never left his house, not even once.
Those are Boston people, Charles. They really exist.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
no,
thought it
there's
was
like real
Peanut from Jeff Dunham.
there's like real versions of those assholes.
That's most of the people that I knew back home.
What's
the people
the-
that would like fight for fun?
so
That's
Boston
what they
is
sound
home.
like.
the Mark Wahlbergs of the world?
So you're not a
Is there-
Southerner. Shut the fuck up.
Is it Sam Adams has like your cousin from Boston commercial or something?
Mhm.
Your cousin from Boston.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's them. But seriously, Mike, did you see the thing Ticketmaster's trying to do, partnering with a third party like medical company to do COVID tests? And so like you buy your ticket online, right? And you log into a portal, but that portal is connected to a third party like what's the place that like does the blood collections and screenings and stuff? Just a company
Yeah.
connected to a third party company, and 2 days before the event, in order for your ticket to unlock, you have to go and get a COVID test, and they have to report it back to the portal that positive, negative, whatever, and then your ticket will unlock. So I'll find the
wild.
article and send it to you. But that's their proposal to try to get their business back and get things moving again.
But Tony,
I'm
that's
not going to
gonna
shows
work.
until I have I'm not going to shows until I have a vaccine. Like,
Now here's why that won't work, is because they don't do ID checking at the concert. So once you've unlocked the ticket, somebody went and got the COVID test, right? Came back negative.
That's a long
And
way
let's
to
say me
go,
and Phil are
man.
going, no, I'm telling you, this shit is how people work. Me and Phil are going to go to the thing. We took our COVID test. We came up negative. And then Phil's like, no, man, I got to work. I can't go. I call up Mike at the last minute, or you. It's like, hey, you want to go to the concert? Yeah. Oh, you guys a ticket. They do not.
No,
ID.
no. Not if they're not transferable. It would be in your account. So you would have to
Tony,
have.
they don't ID.
it's another way to track where we're going. You know, this is all a government conspiracy to figure out where we're gonna be. They're just
Okay, I changed my mind. I don't like
No,
that
you know
character
what?
anymore.
I fucked up. You know what? Mike is Rorschach.
Rorschach.
Mike is
You're locked in here with
All
me.
Rorschach was right. That's the thing, man. There
All
really
right.
was a giant space squid. Spoiler alerts.
Markers in, and away we go.
You're listening to Almost Daily Discourse with your perfectly adequate hosts, Phil, Tony P, Charles, and here with today's topic is Mike.
Hello, my beautiful trash pandas. It's me again. It's your boy. It's Mikey. I'm on Almost Daily Discourse with Charles and Philip and Tony. And we are here to talk to you today about bands. Specifically, I want to know, because this question was sent to us from a listener and I thought it was really good. What bands do you like recorded, but they sound crazy different live? So like you got the record, you're listening, you're like, okay, sure, cool. And then you go see the show and it's totally different. Maybe it's not different, but like just doesn't sound the same. I've got a bunch of examples, and so I'm going to kick off with one just real quick. This is the story of my high school graduation party. So, buddy of mine was in a band. They sounded like a regular ass indie rock band, right? And so they're playing indie rock music on all their records. It's pretty good. It's catchy. It's poppy. You know, they've got harmonies and whatever.
You're friends with Scott Stapp? That's awesome.
No. Indie rock, not butt rock, Charles. Sorry.
I don't know the distinction. To be honest.
Mostly tight pants and less ego. Somehow.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
And so they show up. Like, we built a stage in my backyard out of pallets and plywood. And like they show up and they set up and they're getting ready to play and they're tuning like heavy and with like a lot of distortion on their guitars and sounding very different in their like sound check than the way they sounded on the 2 albums and 2 EPs that they had put out before then. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. And they walk up to me and my buddy Matty goes, hey, so I think you're really gonna like this. But you might want to tell like your grandma to like get a drink during our set. And I was like, oh, because you know, it's a high school graduation. And so like my whole family is there. Like my grandmother like is like wheeled out into the backyard, and like my aunt and uncle are both pastors in a church, and like they've got their kids, and like there's there's like a whole bunch of family members and then a bunch of my friends. And this band starts, and it's like the heaviest, like hardest, crunchingest music that like any of us have ever heard. And my grandmother is so confused. What happened to that nice band that plays the song about gas is the water for fire? You know, like just like totally different. Like as these dudes are just like, like it was awesome. Not at all what I was expecting. Not at all what anything had sounded like before then. They put out 2 like crushing EPs and then broke up immediately after that, because like that wasn't the band that they were, you know, 4 days before my graduation party.
I like that they opened up with happy graduation. This is our new hit. Ma Ma the cunt. Like, it's an odd choice.
no.
Okay. I maybe
Tony P dropping a hard C. I've never.
Right?
it was them. It was the band.
Oh, okay.
that-
Yep.
Oh,
That's
I
right.
hate that about them.
It doesn't
you know?
count when you're just recalling facts from the history.
Exactly. I
Also,
didn't
it was
say the N word.
2002.
I
Yeah,
was
it was
just quoting. I
2002.
was just
It was a
quoting
different
David
time.
Duke.
Oh, Gam Gam, no!
Please, I'm from the Northeast. My grandmother was French Canadian. She was a meme.
Meme.
You know,
Sorry, yeah, I'm
She
thinking a little southern, down
Right.
here. So,
Yeah.
in
Mike and
Canada,
I.
she would have been a ma mère,
Oh.
and in Massachusetts, that turns into meme.
This one goes out to me.
Mike and I were chatting during the break, and he made a good point. Like, I'd have to go to see some bands in person in order to participate in this topic. I've gone to shows. I haven't gone to shows lately, obviously, but there was a time I was younger. And in all sincerity, there was a time I lived in LA where it was a lot easier to go to shows, and like it like here I live an hour and a half from Atlanta. And so most shows are in Atlanta. It's a trek. Like, all right, do I really want to go see that? I need to go and possibly stay the night and drive 2 hours each way. In LA, I saw that like Decemberist because my buddy wanted to go. Hey, dude, it's like $20. Want to go? Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm not doing anything. And they sounded as crappy as their album did, so it doesn't fit the topic.
No, but for you, I have one for you.
Oh, do you now?
I do. You saw.
I like this new format of show where I'll just sit here and you tell me like, here's who you would be. Okay, I like that. Yeah, I can
No. But you
participate.
saw Gwar live in concert, right? And their stage
yes.
show is nothing like just sitting down and putting a record on.
Sure, but I think
fair.
they sound the same.
Well, they do, but it's a little bit more
And
blood and gore.
my experiences with Gore were from the movie. What's the dang Empire Records?
Empire Records.
And Beavis and Butthead. And so I saw them mostly in videos. I can't name a Gore album. Like, I've never listened to.
I think
Three tracks in a row.
Grandma's a Cunt is an album. I think you
That was the
referenced it.
second release, right?
That's their
It was a
platinum release.
cover.
Well,
Yeah, they were doing a cover of the Gore hit.
Yeah.
Of the original Johnny Cash song, Grandma's a Cunt.
But like I love one of my favorites are the Strokes, and I saw the Strokes in Hollywood Palladium, and they sounded exactly like the Strokes sound like. That's not hard to reproduce. They're not that intricate, but it sounded like, oh yeah, that's the Strokes. And I did know that their albums front to back, and I was like, yep, that's them. That's every little piece where it's supposed to be.
And the
And
reason
that's
the
not
Strokes are so
topic, but that's all I
good,
have.
and the reason the Strokes are so good though is because their records capture that live sound, right? Like it's very much the other way around, where like the whole point of a Strokes record is to make you feel like you're at a party that the Strokes are playing at.
Yeah, I
And
never
so-
thought of that, and I agree 100%. I will share. It was fun. I went to go see, Strokes for the headliner. Opening up for them was this chick no one had heard of at the time. That was kind of weird. Regina Spektor,
Oh, she's so
and then Kings of Leon, both back when before Sex is on Fire. What Molly Chambers, back when Molly Chambers was their hit. And they both opened up for the Strokes. And Regina Spektor went on to do bigger and better things. And, you know, but I remember I was like, who's this chick? All right, let's go. I just want to see the Strokes.
Isn't that great when you see an opening band and then they turn into something and you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit. I got to see
Yeah.
Management, MGMT open for of Montreal back in, I think, 2004, 2005, before their big record hit. And that was fun. For me, oh man, there's a couple of them. I remember the first time I saw Korn live. They had Stained opening up for them, and I was really excited. I was in
I went to
8th
that
grade.
tour.
Great. Yeah, it was the Follow the Leader tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
was
you were in
real-
8th grade, and Charles had an 8th grader.
Yeah, well, we were the same age, so it's all right. But it was, God, it was so disappointing because Jonathan, what's his name? Jonathan Davis. the
Jonathan
lead
Taylor
si-
Thomas?
Yeah, the lead singer of Korn.
Jonathan Davis, yeah.
Man, his voice is garbage. And they put so much effects on his voice in the studio that, like, when I went to see him, it sounded so terrible. And I was like, all right, I hate this. They're a bad live band. I think I'm done with this band now.
Interesting.
I was so disappointed by just the realization that in the studio they put effects on people's voices so they don't sound like garbage. And to not get that on the live show was really disappointing for me.
No,
Dude,
you're-
that's the worst because
It
like you
is.
spent the money and then you're so excited. Again, I've been to shows. I wasn't always the old hermit that I am today, but like you get so hyped and you go through all the opening acts. You're like, here we go. Yes. Fuck. Now I got 2 hours of this. Like, you know,
I mean, that happened with me multiple times with Modest Mouse.
Oh.
Right?
Because he was too drunk to play?
No, I never got
Oh,
that. I
okay.
never got like an Isaac Brock too drunk, but it was just like I enjoy their records to a point, right? They hit a sellout point, and everything after that I didn't like. But this was all the early music that they were playing, and it was so boring. It was the most boring show I've ever been to. Their stage setup was beautiful. They had Johnny Marr from the Smiths like on stage in the band at that point. And the music was just not there. And they looked so terribly bored just being up on stage. As you know, there was 1,000, maybe a couple thousand of us in the crowd. And it was just like, your opening act was better than this. And they're a local Philly band. Like, this is not okay. So
What about you, Charles?
Well, I find that interesting because I was the opposite with Korn. Is my wife was a huge fan and she had introduced me to him, and that was the first time I heard them live. And I thought their stage show
I was gonna
really
clown
good.
you. I was like, what? But I forgot again. And I'm not being funny. The church background and stuff. But I was like, who the fuck? They're on TRL daily? Like, freaking.
I never got.
No pun intended.
That.
Freak on a
Yeah.
Leash was like, and for the like
Well,
50th
I'd heard
week
it
on
the-
TRL.
Well, I didn't say I
But
never saw
again,
the videos. I had heard that song.
I forgot.
but, yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Different
Well,
upbringing.
I'm
so.
gonna get to some of the church stuff in a minute. But I
No.
find it interesting, Phil, that you didn't like him live, where I was the opposite. And I've seen him 4 times in concert now, I think. And their show has gotten better. And I always thought he sounded about right. Now it's pointing up. I've got the corn dolls all up on top of the lights here.
Corn dogs?
Which actually, yeah, corn dogs. No, Tony, calm down, Tony. You had dinner. You're good. And just so I'm not remiss, this is Jamie's topic. My buddy Jamie Campbell, he sent this in because his story, I'll tell it for him real quick, is Everclear.
I heard that guy's terrible live.
Yeah, it's like you hear the albums, you sing along, so much for the Afterglow album and all that jazz. And then he said he went to him live, and it was like this. It wasn't even the album stuff. It was like this hippie punk rock 10-minute songs that were like, what the fuck is going on? And yeah, he this is what spawned this topic was his story there.
I
he hated
love when that happens. When like
Oh,
you
yeah.
go see a band and they don't play the hits. That's like one of my favorite fucking things. Like it's just clowning on folks, right? Like it's not fair and it's not nice. And like I know that other people aren't happy about it. But me, like as a guy that loves the heels and wrestling, like, oh my God, I just eat that shit up. Are you kidding me? Like, I know what you want to hear. We're not going to play it. And then they come out and they do their encore and they're like, yeah, we got one more for y'all. You're going to love it. And then the crowd goes nuts. And then it's not the hit.
It's not.
Oh my God, I love it so much.
I think the biggest heel moment I ever saw live was when I saw Bob Dylan play at Penn State. Right? So Bob Dylan at this point is already just a marionette puppet that somebody is controlling from the back because he can't sing anymore. He doesn't play guitar and you cannot understand a fucking word
Yeah,
he's
it's
saying.
like Weekend at Bernie's.
But the thing that he would do, which pissed a lot of people off, including me, is that he changed up the time signatures and his lyric patterns for his songs so nobody could sing along.
Oh no.
And so, like, you know,
Yeah.
like a Rolling Stone, how does it feel to be on your own is pretty. No, he would switch up, even in that one sentence, his lyric structure. How's it feel to be on your own?
But what
And people
was it
just like,
intentional?
dude, I don't know, dude. I was so pissed I left. Like,
So
I knew I was in for like a bad time because I'm seeing Bob Dylan in his very late stages, right? But it was a $10 ticket. So I was just like, it's $10. I'm going to go see Bob Dylan. And then when he was just like mixing up his patterns so nobody could sing, the whole crowd was just like, why are we here?
I'm so
Why-
happy to
like,
hear
we
that.
could
That's
have
the
bought
best.
2 pints of beer instead of seeing Bob Dylan live.
So one of my favorite
Mike,
bands.
Before you move on, I got another one for you, Mike. So sorry to interrupt, but you're gonna love it. You're gonna eat it up. What?
I didn't tell mine. I told Jamie's. I didn't tell
Oh,
mine.
fucking! Go ahead, Charles.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
Well,
I'm sorry. Please throw a little tantrum.
Well, we were the
Go ahead.
same
Tell us-
age. It was okay.
Tell us your story. This
Uh,
should be good. Mike, you're not gonna like this one, but Mike, hang on, because I got one for you when he's done. You'll like it. Go ahead, Charles. What is your story?
Well, similar to Phil, when you first learn that they do studio effects, I grew up in the church and listened to this artist's tapes and records. My mom was in love with him. He's the Italian
DC
guy.
Talk.
No,
Billy
no.
Graham.
No, DC Talk is okay live, and Billy Graham's dead, so watch your mouth.
He
no,
wasn't always dead.
He's not going to come get me.
I don't know. And Billy Graham's not a singer, so
Also, Billy Graham's probably burning in hell, so he's not coming to get us anytime soon.
But yeah, so we go to hear this artist at think of a local town that's a little bit, well, not Austin, right? But think of something that's smaller in Austin that you're like, if I go over here to a show, this is a little different. And it was at not Albany, that's in New York. Albany is in South Georgia, and it's a little tiny town. We went to Albany to this concert, all hyped up. It's in a
Danny.
yeah, it's in a basketball
It's the same
gymnasium.
spelling.
I know
Not
it is.
Albany, but Albany.
Benny.
Like it,
Benny,
what?
nope, I know. I'm mocking. That's how
Albany.
it's I know. That's how it's said in the South. In Georgia is Albany, Georgia. Anyway, so it's shut up, Swan. Fuck off. But it's in this
Benny
big.
Bam-a-lam, Benny Bam-a-lam. Sorry.
It's in this basketball gymnasium, and Stu got it. It was Carmen, and not only did it not sound like anything like on the albums, it was echoey as fuck all. It was like, welcome to the stage, JJ's Carmen. It's like, what? It was horrible. It was the worst.
Jessica and chat get that from just an Italian guy?
Italian.
Is there
grown
only
up
one
in the
like
church.
religious Italian singer?
No,
I don't
that's
know.
like-
He
that's
was
Carmen.
the shit back in the day. So
Gotcha.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
and Jessica Stu in chat also lives in Georgia, so I could
Well,
see
yeah,
it
yeah.
being a similar knowledge. And
were
apparently,
you at the
Carmen
same
is
show?
iconic.
I was wondering. I was going to ask, like, Jess, we might be around the same age, so it's okay. Were you at the show in Albany?
No, she's 10 years younger than you, but she probably was there.
No, I
while we
was a
wait
kid,
for her to
I was like
respond,
8.
Mike, yeah, she was maybe she was in the womb with her parents or something. So Mike, I'm this is ages ago. So none of the exes in chat have to worry about it. This is something totally different. I'm dating a girl. She loves Yo La Tango, right? So
Ooh.
I get Yo La Tango tickets at the Variety Playhouse in Atlanta for a Valentine's Day gift because I'm that guy. That's how I get down. You like Yo La Tango? Yo, here's some Yo La. I got Yo La Tango right here. So we go to Yo La Tango, and I don't know. I'll never forget this. They're doing like an acoustic show. Like, hey, we're just gonna like really chill out and not plug up stuff and just really bring. And it's in like a little theater, and we're all sitting down, right?
Complete
and so-
opposite of a Yo La Tango show. You're dressed to dance, and you're like,
Yeah, like there's no tango here. This is yeah. And we're like,
Yo,
Yo,
no tango.
nice, better, you win. Yeah. And so we're sitting there. I'm like, all right, well, this fucking blows, but you know, you do what you got to do. I'm here. I'm not here for me. I'm here for her. Cool, whatever. They have like the one song I knew that like a big hit, right? So she leans over and she says, I really hope they play like Red Sweater or some crap. I really hope they play Red Sweater. And as if they heard her on stage, the dude said, just so you guys know, we're not doing Red Sweater tonight. And I literally, my immediate response was, I laughed so obnoxiously because the timing, it could like, the comedy gods, you know,
Right.
it's not my fault that I laughed so hard. The comedy gods came down from above and basically said, yo, fuck this. And before the words got out of her mouth, dude was like, nah, we ain't doing that one. And I just thought it was the funniest shit on the planet. She kind of smacked me because I laughed really loud, and I think it was like disturbing, like to the audience. Didn't care. Still telling the story. So I'm with you, Mike. I feed off of that. I don't know why.
God,
I paid for 2 tickets for her to enjoy the show, and yet just something about that moment was
It's just so fun. It's so fun.
Now, I've had the opposite where the live show sound was different from the record and it enhanced the concert that I
Yeah.
went to.
Same.
Yeah.
Right? Gogo Bordello, the gypsy punk band, they, I enjoy their records, but their live show and the energy that they push through off that stage just does not come across on the records. And going to their live show was just insane to watch. They played for 3 hours without a break, just going song after song. And it was like a push between the audience of just transferring the energy back and forth between everybody. And it was so good. And I was just like, man, I want to listen to their records now, but I know that it doesn't have that energy that I felt that night at the show.
Yeah. I was just shit talking Gogo Bordello last week with Tony. Or was it the week before where I was like, fuck that band. Like,
I was like, this rings a bell, but you guys know I don't remember. I'm like, one of them said this before. Like,
and so
I don't
I've
even
never seen
remember
them live.
Mike, if we were talking on the show through Discord, like I literally don't remember what.
I just remember talking shit with you like we usually do. And Gogo Bordello was the subject of that shit talking at the time. Because I listened to that record and I'm like any of their records. But I think, Phil, that's a really interesting take on it. Cause I went and saw a different klezmer punk band, right? And had a fucking blast. And I had never heard this band before. I walked into this bar and they were playing. And so I bet if I had a similar experience with Gogol Bordello, where like I walked into a club and they were playing, I'd be like, oh, this is pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah.
But like a band that's like that for me was Power Trip. Power Trip were a metal band out of Dallas. Every time I listen to their records, I'm like, oh, sure, this is Anthrax, this is Megadeth, this is Metallica from back in the day, recorded in 2018 or whatever.
Shit, I mixed them up with Power Station with the hit Bang a Gong. My bad.
Yeah, not that band.
It's not Power, not the Power Station. Okay.
No, but Power Trip played in Austin probably 6 or 8 times a year.
Didn't they rip phone books in half and shit?
Thank you,
guys.
Team.
Thank you to my old
Power
folks out
Team.
here. Thank you. Sorry, Mike.
Charles, actually, I think you would fucking love Power Trip.
Okay.
But that's off, future listen to that record.
Sure.
They're all really good. But like live, kids went fucking nuts for Power Trip. And so
Can I do one more?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
that band from Goofy movie, right? Wasn't it the dude from Goofy movie?
You just stealing a swan named Emily's joke from chat?
Oh shit! Same page, Swan. No, I didn't see it. I wouldn't do that. Great minds, though.
Jeez,
all right,
Swan,
I'll let you
I'm
Stealing
finish
sorry.
jokes. Stealing.
I'll let
Right?
you finish your
Fucking
story now.
Hacky shit, Tony. Hacky shit.
Yeah, every time there's a bad joke, a
The
piece
Dane
of Mike's
Cook
hair
of
falls down.
podcasting.
But yeah, so like live, they put on just so much fucking energy. So like kids went bananas for him. And so like going to a Power Trip show was fun as shit. I have never listened to a full Power Trip record. Not any of them. They've got 4. I've listened to like 3 of their songs recorded ever. But I would not miss a Power Trip show when they came to town. So I feel that, Phil, for sure.
I'm showing my age here. It was the same thing when I saw Jimmy's Chicken Shack in concert. They had one hit.
What do I do?
Yep, that one. It was, and so they were opening for 311 in Auburn, Alabama. Again, $10 tickets at a college, like on a basketball gym. And it was like, yeah, sure. Granted, at the time, my friends and I had to scrounge up $10 and gas money. And so we go. I'm like, yeah, sure. I know that one song from Jimmy Chicken Shack. Cool. They were dope as hell. Like live, they were just crazy. And just listening to them, the album, it just wasn't the same because that, again, their live energy was so good. And then 311, also amazing, but they had like 20 drums and all of them played drums and they were passing drums around. It was insane. But yeah, Jimmy's Chicken Shack. I just wanted an excuse to say that one more time ever on a podcast. They don't come up often.
Do right.
That's what it was. All right. What are we at for time? Is it time to? Where are we at?
Usually,
You're
if we
running this
host,
car,
we
you
keep
just
our own
jumped that.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have
also
no
forgot
idea.
to start my clock. Hey, let's
So,
wrap
like,
it up. Who cares?
I'll just keep talking. Because like
No,
I think
I
this
Yeah.
got more. I got more bands.
right. Exactly. I could talk. Literally, I could talk about this for hours.
We
'cause
should
live
start a music podcast.
No, we're
Should
we're
we, Phil?
right. We're right in the neighborhood of time to show some love.
What day do you have free, Phil, to do a podcast?
I'm about to
Another-
have Sundays open again.
Another podcast. Oh, okay. So instead of like sleep, eat, and bathe, we'll make another podcast. Like,
We'll find then, Charles. Jesus, I guess I'll just show some love. But I'm
Aw.
going to do it my way. Fuck you. I'm going to talk about who I want to show love to in a way that ties into the fucking topic. And because it's the show the love section, I get to do it. So. Boo, hiss, boo.
they're saying Boo earns.
I was saying Boo Earns.
So I want to show the love today to my friend Jason. Jason Anderson is a singer-songwriter out of New England. He was on K Records for a while. Now he is kind of like doing the traveling troubadour thing, right? And like just, well, not now because it's COVID, but like before. And so growing up, Jason would play a lot of solo shows, him and a guitar. And then because of the crowds that he attracted and like the types of musicians that he was friends with, like all of a sudden, he would have friends be like, hey, can I play with you tonight? And then he would gather bands, like full bands of friends in every city that he toured in. So he would have a full band and they would learn the songs in the afternoon and then play them in the evening. And I had always seen him as just a singer-songwriter. And then he came to Austin for a month-long residency at a bar called the Blackheart. And he had a full band that he was down here recording a record with. And it was like a Bruce Springsteen show. Like there was steel guitar, there were trumpets, there was just so much going on in this massive full band party sound from this dude who had been singer-songwriter, acoustic guitar guy. And so I want to show some love tonight to Jason. He's got a limited, God, this is like the most hipster thing I'm about to say. He has a limited release cassette compilation out right now on a record label called Antiquated Future. And so that cassette is up for pre-order right now. It's going to come with a PDF booklet and zine. Also a
Jesus
physical
Christ.
32-page booklet with like photos from all his shows and stuff like that. I'm super excited for it to get here. But you can check it out at tiny.cc/Jason Anderson.
Does it come with a bonus 8-track EP?
So wait, hold on. Before we go in, we haven't established, are we allowed to prank during people's show the loves? Because like dude's trying to show support for his friend. I'm like,
Sure.
I'm not gonna do that. What? Because if I was gonna be like, the cassette comes on a vinyl that he pressed at home, made from an IPA. Like,
I was just about to say, it also comes with a beer list that has songs to drink to. You know, the beers are paired to the music.
so no, let's
mean-
establish we don't do bits during people's show the love.
Yeah, that's
It's all
fair.
fair. Honestly, it's all fair. I know how up your own ass a limited edition cassette release is, but also I'm super fucking excited for it. So fuck you guys.
Sure.
Another thing I'm super fucking excited for is all the 5-star reviews that we're going to get at Almost Daily Pod on iTunes, because the only thing I want for Thanksgiving is 5-star reviews. Thanksgiving, as you know, is a gift-giving holiday where people express how thankful they are by providing you with material goods. In this year, I don't want a material good. I just want 5-star
Material
reviews.
Girl. Oh.
Well,
You can
I guess
follow
I'm sending
us.
back that limited edition Tony Hawk board that I got signed for you.
Thanks,
Never
bud.
mind.
Just
Yeah.
leave a 5-star review on the show. It would mean the world. You can follow us on Twitter at Almost Daily Pod. You can follow me on Twitter at Future X Skeleton. You can check us out. We do all sorts of different things in different places, including Ask the Pokedexpert on Tuesday nights at 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern time.
Eastern.
Not Pacific. Eastern time.
Specific
Fuck-
time.
First off, fuck time zones. That's a whole different thing. Universal time forever. I'm all fucked up. Thank you so much, everyone.
Like, you don't drink.
We're almost
I
daily
don't
Discord.
understand. Like,
Play me out.
And the horns go. "Burp, burp, burp, burp." I don't know. Pendulum.
Just
Watch
came up
get a
with that.
1-star review from Australia like Bosh did.
Yeah, Mike, you ran your mouth talking about giving some gifts on Thanksgiving.
Who gets gifts on Thanksgiving? I don't understand.
Now your fiance is like, I'm getting some presents. Like, well, now you
No.
gotta go buy some stuff, dude.
She's getting a 5-star review.
I expect a present.
She's getting a
That's pretty
5-star review. You're getting 5-star reviews.
Get her some boy shorts and just say 5-star review on
That's
it.
pretty good, dude.
Oh my god. Oh my
good.
god.
Hey,
That was good.
hey, she does have a podcast. Give her a 5-star review on
Right.
the,
Protest too much.
yeah, that one.
It's a fucking good show. If y'all like watching Steph squirm a little, it's a really good show. Like basically the guest comes on and is like, yeah, so I think this, and I've had a whole week to research it, and you think this, and you're finding out right now as we start.
Oh, nice.
And then she has to defend whatever stupid fucking opinion her guest gives her. And because Steph knows a bunch of assholes, it's always hard. It's great.
Does she usually win?
I mean, that's for you to decide when you vote.
Mm.
I'm too busy.
There
to
we
vote.
go.
You can
There it is.
You can listen to that at anchor.fm/P2M pod. She's about to
hey-
she's about to hit 1,000 listens. So
Nice.
fucking exciting.
So in all sincerity, I'll have that put on a shirt eventually. You know what shows I listen to? None of them. I listen to nothing. And so I say that to say, if I don't listen to any one of, and it's not even intentional, but if I don't listen to one thing, I promise you, I don't listen to any of them. I'm just weird,
Tony was-
man.
Tony was on our show and didn't listen to it.
No.
The episode that he was on.
Well, that's cringy. I'm not going to do that. Charles called me up, which I tell him not to do. And he was like, "Hey man, your episode came out. It's the season finale for my show. Did you listen to it?" I'm like, "No, I don't plan to." He was like, "Oh, well, I kind of said some nice things that I thought." I was like, "All right, fine. I'll listen to it."
He yelled at me because I listened to the intro and then the outro. And skipped just the interview. I was like, I was there for the interview.
Phil last week did say, "Hey, check out Trebek on Nerdist," and I had to like he didn't make me do this, but I had to verbally commit so I would do it. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm telling you. And I did, and it was a great episode, man. It was very interesting.
Tony, you did 2 things in the past 2 weeks.
That's why we have off next week.
That's fucking huge,
Yeah.
dog.
So not everyone knows. I returned that cord from like 2 weeks ago. I was talking about. Hold on.
You got a
Let's-
woo. You got a
I
woo in the
heard
house.
it. How often? Like, dude, I don't get woos that often. Before we go to start the next episode, I'll share this with everyone because I had to send a message to my friend Mike and Run Jump Stomp because I was pretty excited to actually do it. So
Fucking
hold,
run, jump,
please.
stomp.
And
Dude,
it
I
was
like-
actually me this time.
Was
So I
it?
got one of these Game & Watches, right?
Oh yeah,
And
do you love it?
Yeah, it's great. And
It's
I
not-
was like,
not a watch.
"Hey, Bill, did you get one of those Game & Watches?" And he was like, "No, I hope you didn't, because you literally just talked about not buying ancillary shit to put in your office." And I said, "Bill, when I was buying this, the only person I had in my head was you, yelling at me for buying this."
So there it is, me outside. You see I left the sun so people could know that I was outside at a fucking Kohl's because I basically got like $18 back. So like it was worth it to go to Kohl's and get $18. And they give you some Kohl's cash or something. I sent that to a friend and was like, "Hey, you can have this. I'm never coming back here again."
Do they give you money for returning things in the store?
So-
no.
I'm sorry, do you not see that says take an additional 25% off?
That's not giving you money. That's to get you to come back and spend more money, just a little bit less than you would have spent without that.
but yes, Mike, to answer your question, you get something. Sometimes they do cold cash. But yeah, or a discount. And that's the deal they have with Amazon. So Amazon, I'm sure there's some money changing hands somewhere, but Kohl's handles their returns. It gets you into Kohl's and you get an incentive to shop or come back. And at least at my store, it's in the back. So like you don't just walk to the register and walk out. You have to go inside the store. But you don't even need a box. They're like, there's a dude back there. He's like, just fucking hand it to me. I don't give a shit. You bring it in a garbage bag. He's like, that's dude, I hate my life. Here's your 25% off.
Yo, are they hiring there?
I think we've all worked retail, right? Like we all know that guy's life.
I did grocery, so yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Yep.
I worked Walmart toy department at Christmas when Tickle Me Elmo came out. Fuck the world.
Is that why you hate Walmart so much?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, I hate Walmart for a lot of reasons, so I feel you.
We probably have a lot of the same reasons.
They are an American company.
In name.
Yeah.
They are as American as America.
True.
Yeah, all right. All right, here goes the marker. Here comes the Steph's exciting intro.
Wait, can I unmute and my voice will come through?
Oh my God, we can talk over.
You're listening to Almost Daily Discourse with your perfectly adequate hosts, Mike,
Tony,
Phil, Tony P. And here with today's topic is Charles.
I hate you guys so much. Oh my God. Be fucking professional for 3 fucking seconds, children. I'll turn this podcast around, go goddamn home.
See, I told you we needed to keep him low.
God damn it, you piece of shit. So last episode was from a listener. This episode is also from a listener who emailed us at almostdailypod@gmail.com and asked what was great about your first car. And there's Mike's covering his face.
Fucking nothing. Spoiler alert. Nothing was good about my first car.
My first car was a 1981 Datsun station wagon that was a stick shift that the radio broke before I got to it ever. No air conditioning in South Georgia, no radio, pleather seats, and I loved the shit out of that car because it was a stick shift and I felt like I can race other people because I was a dumb teenager. And yeah, but I got to teach a few girls. No, okay, that sounded dirty. I don't know how to rephrase that.
Well, you didn't. You have to say it first, and then we'll help you rephrase it.
Okay, I'll say it, but it sounds really bad. But it's just the factual truth. I got to teach a few girls how to drive stick shift. It is not a sexual reference at all.
No, we know you grew up in the church. We knew there was no sex for you, Charles. Also, look at you.
Oh God.
Oh God, I killed him,
guys.
Oh
He's
no,
got COVID. You gave him COVID.
You may have seen.
Oh my God.
You may have seen me lean in like I'm about to say something, and I was like, "No, I'm not." And then I was like, but no."
Oh fuck.
But I'm gonna say it. Were they old enough to drive, Charles?
Yeah, they were the same age.
Tony. Yes.
Look, if it makes you
We were
feel
the
any
same
better,
age.
if it makes you feel any better, I really did go back and forth with myself. In the end, I lost, and so the comment was made.
And we all won.
Yeah. But I loved that car, man, because it felt indestructible. It was actually made of metal, which is not something cars have nowadays, it seems like. But yeah, it sucked. Wait. So the dumbest thing about it is that you're talking about I started driving in the mid-'90s. So I had this little miniature tape recorder that you use at like business meetings and record notes in college and shit, right? I went and bought it, and it had enough room on the tape to record 2 songs on one side of the little mini cassette, and it flipped over to record 2 more songs. So I had 4 songs I listened to all the time by holding a little tape recorder up to my ear and listening to it as I drove.
You know, that's perfect because Mike's buddy has a 4-track mini tape about to come out.
They're only making 3 though. You got to be fast, Charles.
I have an 81 Datsun. I'm faster than anybody else in the street.
My first car was the old family car. It was a 86 gray Honda Accord, hatchback. Get it right. None of these fancy 4 doors. It was 2 doors and a hatchback. And it was all I have. So I loved it. Like to get to take the car. So that car, it was the family car, and then it got handed down to my mom. So my mom and I used to share it. And I loved it. And what I loved about it was a Honda lasted forever. Like it was just a solid car. But because again, it was a hatchback, I could put a speaker box back there. And so I had a friend of mine just like, yo, you want a box? Yo, let me, how about 2 12s? Do you want 2 12s in your Honda hatchback? Hell yeah, I do. And so I was like, Mom, do you mind if I put these 2 12s? She's like, I don't give a shit. Just where I can turn it off. All right, cool. So my mom and I shared a car with 2 bumping 12s with the ported box. We had the port, dog. So the sound would come out of the port. And it wasn't like built in or nice. It was just a literal box with speakers thrown in the back, plugged up. Like there was no upholstery, nothing. Just what the fuck is that? Just a box with speakers. But let me tell you, we were booming. We were cool.
The whole hatch vibrates every time you drive.
Oh my God. Dude.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it on the inside, it sounded amazing.
Right.
On the outside, it sounded like the end of the world. and those people, when you drove by in your crappy 86 Honda Accord going, "Bah, bah, bah," they knew inside it sounded great. They were missing out.
If you're that guy.
Hell yeah.
And the license plate, like reverberation doesn't quite do it justice. Just metal on metal, like a tornado and a bar. Just it was so dope. So dope.
My cousin was also one of you assholes. I had a 1986 Chevy Lumina. It was maroon shit red. It was my grandmother's that she only drove to the grocery store and back. So when she passed away, it was passed down to me. So I got it with 46,000 miles on it in 2004. Promptly, as a young gentleman from the suburbs of Philadelphia, I decided to skateboard off of it and run as many things over as possible with my new car. No stop signs or mailbox were ever safe from the Crushinator.
The Crushinator.
And you're right. It was made of metal. It could not be destroyed.
That was my prom date.
Yeah.
The Crushinator.
Crushinator.
One of the, yeah. You know. But yeah, that's the thing. Like I was handed this like, hey, this car is almost is literally as old as you. It's in great condition. Please do
right
not
thing.
fuck this up.
Just do the right thing, Phil.
This was a gift from your dead
Philip?
grandmother.
Philip,
Philip Daniels.
remember
Is this
your grandma.
Dad Spike Lee?
And then it's just like, sure. All right, I'm going to go to Wawa, get a pack of cigarettes, smoke them all within 10 minutes, and just run everything over. And that's what I did. You may remember from road trips that I had a car that the transmission broke. Yes, it was the Crushinator. So I guess running over all these street signs and mailboxes and all this other shit, going under and scraping up the bottom of my car probably could lead to a transmission failure, especially with only 46,000 miles on it. But
You'd have to do something.
what are you, a cop? You don't know that. You're
Quit
not a
asking.
mechanic. So yeah, that was my first car. It went to hell and back. Like I think within 2 months of me getting that car, I somehow broke the steering wheel lock. So as I was driving, the wheel would go up and down like this. So you constantly had to put pressure on the top of the wheel and strong arm it and turn like a robot. But yeah, I loved it. I loved it to death. And if I was an insane person, I would buy one today.
So my first car, I hated it. That's not true. I loved it the second I bought it. It was a 1989 Mercury Sable station wagon. It was my buddy Mike's mom's car, and they had just put new tires on it, and they were going to get rid of it. And I said, I just got my license. I will buy it for the $100 in new tires that you just put on the car. And they said, not our problem anymore. Here you go. And then it was my problem.
Wait, so they grifted a kid like their son's friend?
I mean, they
Like,
told me straight up. They
got
were like,
'em.
look, it's the only thing we're charging you for is the tires because you're going to have to put so much work in. So like they laid it out like right from the beginning. So I grew up in Massachusetts, which means that a car from 1989, the entire bottom is rust or Bondo or both. In my case, it was just rust. And so the entire exhaust system had rotted out. But because of the emissions laws in Massachusetts, 1989 wasn't old enough to make me exempt from passing emissions.
Oh no.
And so I needed to replace an exhaust system on a station wagon, which is much longer than a normal car. Very expensive for a 17-year-old boy. It was $1,200. The bill went up on the refrigerator. We had a refrigerator in the house where all of the debts were posted as like a public shaming scenario, you know, like anytime any of us had to borrow money from anybody else, you would put a bill on the refrigerator and then like weekly make payments on it. And so you would see the refrigerator bill keeping system was fucking wild. I never understood how well it worked, but it was perfect. Anyway, I get the exhaust system fixed, and now I am ready. And I pull out of the exhaust shop, and boys, when a car like goes only from first to third gear and skips second gear, that is a sign of things to come that are not good.
That's not a feature. I thought it was like, yo, you get to skip one.
Yeah.
That's
It's
pretty
like-
nice.
Yeah,
Yo,
you did so well in gear one. You just
Yo, that's-
go to gear
That's
3.
fancy.
when your engine starts beatboxing, it's just dope.
So that's to come, Charles. You're skipping ahead.
I'm so sorry.
So new transmission, another $500. And
that's
so
good for a transmission.
Put it on the fridge.
But after the exhaust, I learned to get like a guy and not like a muffler shop or like a transmission shop or like a professional. You know, you find a guy with a garage who will do it. And so you take the transmission to him and he puts it in for you with a 6-pack and, you know, much cheaper than the cost of a transmission. And so transmission goes in the car. And so now I have new transmission, new exhaust, and I am feeling good. And then 2 weeks later, I'm hearing every time I drive, someone's knocking in the hood. I must have friends over and I don't know it. I know what I'll do. I'll add some oil. That's got to fix it, right? When you hear an engine sound and you're 17 and you think, well, it's got gas, I'll put some oil in there. Boys, that didn't help. The knocking got louder.
Huh.
It was crazy, right? And so I'm on the highway and now it's knocking real loud. It wants to come in. And so it did. Right through the hood of the car, through a piston, right through the head. I pushed it into a parking lot, and then I turned around and sold the car for $100.
Oh man, that sucks, dude.
So
I was gonna say, what's the old adage like? When you replace the handle of the axe and the blade of the axe and the tape on the axe, is it still the same axe? You know, like,
yeah, I wonder if they consider it the same car that they bought from me for $100. I was like, look, here's the deal. Clearly, it needs something. And
I like
gesturing to the
to
whole.
believe that this car is now being handed down person to person with the same speech that was given to the previous owner. Here's the
It's the-
deal.
It's the It Follows of shitty
Yeah.
cars.
For $100, this problem could be yours.
and
yeah,
yet nobody is like, yeah, no, that's fucking stupid. I'm not doing that. Everybody, word 100?
$100? Yeah,
I got
right?
it right now.
This is
Can I-
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Checks out.
let me put this up on the fridge. We'll get this taken care of. Speaking of Massachusetts, Emily in chat said like, oh, that sounds like a Massachusetts thing. I don't even know what Bondo is. Like,
Oh,
I don't.
Okay, Mr. Fucking Fancy. Look at Tony. Oh, I've never had to create a mixture of paste and water.
Tony
to
never
fill
grew
a
up
hole in my
poor like the
car.
rest of us. Tony was a
I
world
just-
traveler at like 4. We were the poor people who had to.
I was a
work the
world
cars
traveler.
together.
I was a world traveler because your tax dollars paid for it as an army brat. So, you know, whatever. No, I really don't know what that is. Like, is it? Yeah, I don't know. I sincerely don't know. Emily in chat says it's like decoupage for your rusted ass car. Got it. Charles, did you share your car story? Did I already
started off.
forget?
Yeah, he had the Datsun. He had the Datsun
With
station
the
wagon.
tape deck, yeah.
The
So
station wagon, yeah.
so if we're done with that, I'm going to my second car because
Hit it, man.
it was my first. It was my first car. The Honda Accord I shared with my mom, and then eventually I got it. But the Saturn SL1, aka the SL Wonderful, was my first car. I got it brand new. It was a gift. My senior year of high school, I got to go in, pick out the color I wanted, pick out the upholstery I wanted. I wanted white. I was like, I want a white car. And they're like, all right, cool. We got the beige and the gray upholstery. I was like, nah, dog. I want black. And they're like, are you fucking kidding me? What? Calm down, kid. You want black and white? Yes. So they had to get it from a different Saturn dealer and like bring it in. So white car, black windows, black upholstery. I didn't get the 212s this time because I didn't have the space, but I had a 10. I had a 10 in the box. Absolutely loved it, man. It was not made of metal like Charles's car. It was that Saturn plastic that they came up with. And it ran about 10 years, man. It was absolutely great. I loved it to death. I drove it. I've talked about my cross-country trip when I moved from Columbus to Los Angeles, when I drove back from Los Angeles to Columbus. Both times I was in the SL Wonderful, and it made it. We had some close calls in Texas. I've talked about that, but we made it. I moved back to Columbus, and I'm going to bring all these tonight's segments all together. And I had some time on my hands, and I wanted to go see Elton John. Speaking of bands that we saw, Elton was great, by the way. He was a little off in Birmingham, but he was having a bad day because I've seen him since. So me and two friends go to Birmingham. They don't want to see Elton John. They just want to hang out. Like, all right, cool. So I go to the show. I give them the keys to my car. I was 27, old enough to know better, but it was
Too
two
young to
girls,
care.
man. Yeah, there you go. Two women that I trusted, and I was like, yeah, here, just you guys go have fun in Birmingham while I go see this show, and then come pick me up. They're driving around. Birmingham, Alabama has a ton of hills. It's almost like borderline mountainous. And 3 hours later, they come and pick me up. Elton John, no opener, by the way. Never. He just comes out and does his thing.
No, it's Elton John.
What a boss.
I mean, the only person who can open for him would be like Eminem. So, you know, what are you going to do?
Well, they used to do that Billy Joel, Elton John tour for a while.
Yeah. And I don't like Billy Joel, so all Elton. So anyway, the ladies come back with my car, and they say, the first thing they say, is there something going on with your car? It's just really has no get up. And I was like, well, it's a Saturn. What do you want? They're like, no, it just doesn't feel right. So I'm like, all right, well, let me drive home. I said, hey, there's the emergency brakes on. How long has that been a thing? And they're like, well, we didn't know. We just thought it didn't drive very well. And I remember saying, I fucking hate you right now. So I drove home. We got home okay. I just moved back, so I didn't have a job yet. And I literally get called for a job after like 6 months of being unemployed at the company I'm at now currently, funny enough. And I'll never forget. They said, all right, well, come in, do your paperwork, do all this and that, and you're hired. I was like, awesome. Thank God. I'm driving there, and next to the Applebee's, the engine cracks, and it never drove again. It broke down next to the Applebee's. I had to call this job and be like, Mike, having car trouble. And they're like, it's fine. We believe you. Come back when you can. So I finally got a job. I finally was getting caught up, and then I needed a new car. I tell that long story because I am convinced to this day, driving around in Birmingham with the emergency brake on is what cracked the engine. So I
it's
tell
awesome
it to the
that you still talk to Elle Henley after that. I mean, it's really cool.
Neither of these women I dated. That's what's worse. Like they were just two friends. So they tow it to
Actual
Saturn.
friends? Gross.
He did say they were friends.
Not yet, not anymore. They broke
After
my
the
car.
e-brake?
We tow it to the Saturn dealer. The Saturn dealer's like, bro, it's a broken engine. What do you want us to do? Oh, is it expensive? They're like, just buy a new car. Like, don't replace your engine on a Saturn. So the
Unless you're
dude at
gonna
the
drop
shop,
something sick in there.
right? The
LS
dude at the
swap your
shop
Saturn?
is like, bro, your car's done for. I'm sorry. I hate it for you. Like, he said, tell you what, and I'm not being funny. He said, it's really a piece of crap. I'll give you $100 for it. And I was like, $100? Word? Okay. And I left despondent, borderline in tears, starting a new job the following week with no car, no money, sans $100.
Carrying around a 10 in a box next to you as you walk down the street. At least I sound
then bringing
sick still.
Bringing it full circle, I walked away with my thumb up, Incredible Hulk style, with Lonely Man playing. Yeah.
So before we wrap up here, Al Henley asked, do y'all name your cars? No. No, not at all.
You wouldn't, Charles.
No,
Partly.
I wouldn't. Because
You don't
no,
even-
Charles
it's a hunk of
doesn't
metal.
even like animals.
You need to be able to look it in the headlights and put it down for dinner for your family, Mike. So you don't name fucking cars.
He's a bad father.
Charles
Yeah.
eats dogs.
I don't name my kids either. I'm set 1 and set 2. Fuck off.
I
The
believe that.
Saturn I named. The Saturn was SL Wonderful. The Honda I didn't name. And then I had a Civic. I don't think I'd named the Civic. And so I named one car. I had one car with a name.
So
What, Mike? You're yes. What is your strong
yeah, of
yes?
course I'm yes. Of course I'm yes. You spend so much time in your car
Fucking hit
and
me.
they all have personalities. Why wouldn't they have names? So my first car, I didn't spend enough time in to name her, but I knew she was a lady. She was a little old, but that's fine.
Hey,
My second car was
Tiger
named
Tiger
Judith.
tail here.
Second car was named Judith. She was a 1995 Ford Escort LX. She was my favorite car ever. And like Phil, there are days where I legitimately go on like Auto Trader or Car Gurus and like look up 1995 Ford Escort LXs thinking about buying one again. That's how much I love that car.
should do
I
it.
had after that car, I bought a 1988 Cutlass Sierra. It was baby blue. His name was Luther, obviously. Yeah, no, I've named all of my cars.
Luther, is it your sugar daddy? Like,
I mean, I only listened to music from like 77 to 89 in that car, and like always wore aviators. Like he had a personality, and I tried to match it. I couldn't. Obviously, he was cooler than I was, and would not start for me.
There's no uncool Luther. You ever meet like a lame Luther? No,
No,
you haven't, because they don't
Two
exist.
lame Mikes, but not a lame Luther.
Oh yeah.
plenty of lame mics. There's so many of us.
That's true.
Mics. I mean,
That's
not
There's even
Not-
a song about it.
not lame ones. What about you, Phil? Other than Crushinator?
Crushinator was the first one. Then I had a Nissan Altima that I drove into a tree the same week that I bought it. That didn't get a name. Just a giant scratch and dents from the entire front to the entire back. That's a story I'll never tell here on the stream.
oh,
I also got I got pulled over by the police while leaving the dealership with that one for speeding. So it was doomed from the start, but I mean it lasted me until 2012. So from 06, 07 to 2012, that was a hefty run. The alternator kept dying, and I kept getting it replaced, and it kept dying. And I literally went into my guy and said, "What the fuck is going on here? Dude, I don't like you, and I'm sick of seeing you. Fix my car." And then I just sold it. I said, for $100, you can take that one. I didn't end up naming that one. What I have last, a Hyundai Accent, was my last car I just had, and that was the Grumble. That was a fucking dope car. Like, I think that was the first car that I bought by myself, and it was great. Not an issue with it until recently when the engine started to go, and I just had to get rid of it. And now I'm driving a Kona, Nissan or a Hyundai Kona.
Did you park it in your office? What were you just looking at?
I know, right? Out the imaginary
I had
window.
to stare into the lamp to trigger what kind of car I have.
So I joke, but Saturn, because they were like the family company, they used to take a picture with you when you bought your car and send you like a little framed picture. And so it was a gift. My parents bought it for me. So I have the picture somewhere of like me and my dad and my first car
You
from
gotta tweet
Saturn of Columbus.
Tweet that this week, Tony.
Man, I don't know where it's at. And that
It's
means I'd
on
have
your
to like
list.
do
Say yes.
stuff.
Say
I
yes.
mean, I'll need the chat to help me name my car after we get past the Roomba. We'll name the Roomba and then we'll name the car.
So
hippie.
after Luther, there was
oh my God. We don't need the
Caroline?
whole list.
Caroline, because
I
when
like
you close
it.
your eyes, she
I like
looked
it.
like a car. Like if you close your eyes right now and picture a car, that's exactly what she looked like.
Oh, your car looks like a car. Yeah. Okay. Good. Thanks.
I mean,
got
it was a
Mike.
Toyota Corolla. Yes, it looks like fucking close your eyes, picture a car. That's what it is, right? Zero personality, the most like useless. So I don't know, car was gonna be her full name, and then like I needed to give her a name. After Caroline was Harry, the Green Goblin.
Stephanie, do not let him name your children. I'm begging you.
And now I drive Bonnie.
So most of them, except Luther, again, I don't want to assume gender, but it sounds like most were female. Aren't cars much like boats? Aren't they normally female? So what made the one car a dude?
Truck
like-
nuts.
yeah.
Truck.
The truck nuts I bought.
That's fair. No, that's fair. I could see That's a total Mike Ellison move. Like, hey man, what aisle are the truck nuts in?
I
No.
got
No,
an
I don't
89.
have.
I got an 89.
Stephanie broke the culture.
I got an 89 Cutlass in the back. It needs a pair of nuts, man.
We're going to the same place. Like, no, it doesn't have a truck hitch. No. I'm just gonna tie them on
Duct tape.
I'm
somewhere.
gonna drill them in there on the back, you know.
Put 'em
Right
on
into
the
the
rear
bumper.
view.
Oh my god.
Some people have fuzzy dice. I just have a pair of fuzzy balls. Like,
Truck nuts. What? 2 questions. Why do they exist? And who the hell are buying? How are the truck nut people still in business?
Well, Central Pennsylvania.
And South Georgia.
and Texas.
And we're buying a pair for Tony for Christmas.
Yep. Oh, for sure.
Well,
sure.
We
I'm
should
not gonna
all
put
buy
a-
him a pair.
Yeah, I'm close enough to go put it on his car for him without him knowing.
I will call the cops, but I will put it on the Roomba. So the Roomba can drag the nuts around.
Okay, I'm buying some truck nuts for your Roomba now. Right fucking
That's-
now.
That's the
Oh my
deal.
God.
I'll put it on the Roomba.
Oh,
Someone
fuck.
sent me today a Mario Brothers Nintendo Goomba cover that you put over
your Roomba?
the Roomba, the
Wow.
Roomba Goomba.
So it's gonna have a mushroom head and nuts.
Wow. Good night, folks.
Well, as much
Tip
as I love
tip your
that,
servers.
much as I love that, let me. I've hated this
that
topic.
gonna
Fuck
be-
you, Seth. So I want to show the love tonight. Talking about we're about to hit a heavy holiday season, and it can affect a lot of people in a negative way, and you can get really stressed and caught up in all the bullshit. And I want to tell you to show the love to yourself. Take some time. Fuck the family. You know, all the gatherings are not that important. Don't sweat it. You know, it's take care of yourself. You feel me, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, seriously, it can be a tough time. Traditionally, if you follow Breaking the Panel, this is the time of year, and we're getting there. We'll see what happens. But I hit that seasonal depression as well because my wife deals with a whole lot of stuff related around the holidays, and so it affects the house. But we've talked about it. You try to address it. You try to handle things. So, it just tears me up at Christmas time on the ambulance, especially. You see people call 911 a lot, not because they really have medical issues, but because they're alone and they're sad. And I get that, and they just kind of need that human contact. So, take care of yourself, take care of those around you, be nice, be extra patient. It can be a lot, especially, with everything going on in this country right now. So take care of yourself. It'll be all right.
Dude, I'm
Get
gonna
there.
jump in. I normally don't
Yeah.
because I think that's awesome, man. I think that's I just want to echo it and reiterate that I think it's a great topic, and the holidays are rough on a lot of people, man. So I'm not bringing anything new. I'm just reiterating it. I think that's a great thing to point out. So good.
Just
Good
don't
show the love
literally
today.
just don't literally fuck your family.
Yeah, you really lost it. You had an amazing point.
See, I told
that
you
you
Mike's not a
just-
Southerner.
You screwed up.
You find me charlesmcfall.com, and I'm here on Almost Daily Discourse. Not as much as these guys, I've lost that track record, but I'm here as much as I can be. It's all good. And I like what I honestly do not remember which one of you said this last week. I think it was Tony, but hey,
Probably me.
you're here listening. You're here now watching the show if you're live, and you're listening to the podcast. Jamie, I'm calling you out. Lean over to the person in this cubicle. Go, hey, fuckface, listen to this show.
It was
Listen
Mike.
to it
yeah.
right now. No, I'm pretty sure
me.
I'm pretty sure it's Tony. Tony said that.
You're
So,
welcome.
You're
welcome.
But yeah, no, I love it. I love that thought of infect one person, be patient zero for this podcast, and spread that disease. But until next week, everybody, we'll be the trash men, you be the trash pandas, and we're gonna get pictures of Tony's truck nuts on his Roomba. Absolutely. It's been a great week. We are taking off for the week of Thanksgiving, so we'll see you in about 2 weeks, depending on when you hear this. Yeah, Tony.
Happy
Oh, yeah,
Thanksgiving,
the Macy's Day
everybody.
Parade, turkey.
I'm just pointing at the turkey. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy
Thank you
Thanksgiving,
all.
y'all. We're
Thank you
thankful
all
for
so much.
Oh, people here live in chat. When does this come out, Charles? Tuesday?
It should come out Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay, so
before
live in
Thanksgiving.
chat, we're doing botched films on Monday night at 8:30 p.m. We're doing Thanksgiving.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Thanksgiving horror movie. So check it out. Twitch.tv/botch podcast. Tony, and you need to check out that link I put in chat for your.
Oh, I'm
Roomba.
on it. We're gonna talk about that post show. So let's wrap this episode up. Chat, don't go away because there's a little bonus for the chat people.
Oh,
I was pulling up the Sad Man song to play you guys off. Oh man, God, you saying you put that shit on the Roomba? That
All right,
was
so y'all, thank you so much for listening. The show is done, but the chat is not. Phil sent me before I put it up.
Are you fucking memeing mid-show, Phil?
I don't
No,
know that
during
we
just
can.
now, the show was over.
Just fuck your family segment. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you know,
I think it's part of the
balls.
show.
Hold on, fake balls, stag, do fancy dress costume, prank, testicled nuts, bad grandpa. That is what it is called. And again, I'll share with you in a minute. But before I do that, I want to build it
Can
up.
we share this on Twitch?
It's Great Britain pound, $29.99 pounds, which is almost $40 US. And there are 96 people. 96 people currently viewing this. Oh, there are 2 finishes. Oh boy. So, all right, let me share at this point.
Are we allowed?
We're about to find out.
Of course, we're allowed.
Hey, look, man, we're only human. Half of us have fake ball, stag, do fancy dress costume, prank testicles. Just to be
Not
clear,
it?
these are not real human testicles. This is not pornography. It's almost worse. I would rather them just
Yeah,
be
but think
real
about
balls.
that dragon behind your Roomba. Like that would be
So-
fucking hilarious.
You have the hairy finish, and there's a bald finish.
Oh, God.
So
why?
whatever,
Why?
whatever
Oh.
literally floats your boat. Oh, I said almost 40 US. There's an approximate $15 additional shipping because it's Royal Mail International signed. You don't want that to get lost in the mail.
Or do you have it
Kilted.
be delivered to your neighbor's house?
Kilted
Tony.
could pick these up way cheaper than us.
Oh, that's true.
Kilted,
Where's-
if you're
what's-
looking for a present for Thanksgiving,
Your local priest.
no, these are too old.
Kilda said they're just called pounds. Yeah, we're not in. It's a GBP, Great Britain pound. We're official here. You know. I will say, if you're gonna spend $40
Oh,
plus
Jesus.
$15 shipping, at least it's 100% buyer satisfaction. Apparently, over 1,000 have been sold. So this isn't no bullshit run of the mill novelty balls here. These are legit. These are from a reputable source. So when you pick the hairy, you're gonna get the hairy. They don't accidentally send you the bald when you paid for the hairy. This is on
does
the up
it
and
go
up.
into what kind of hair they have on it? Is it synthetic? Is it cat hair?
It's all natural.
Well,
It's all
I
natural.
regret returning to this show.
I didn't know there
He's
was a
not
description.
guaranteed to be the
Oh my
highlight
God, no.
of your event.
This hair is sourced from clean animal hair. They are curled and individually punched into the silicone one by one. No
No wonder. That's
Well, that's where
what
your
you're.
price is.
That's what you're paying for. That's fucking quality. That is quality.
Vile is
Fancy
the word
dress
you're looking
prop
for.
that keeps on giving. Now I'm not going to read
that
the
closing
whole
line,
thing.
man. That closing line's my favorite.
Hanging out a very saggy 24 centimeters, they can stretch up to twice the length. Be careful they spring back. For additional realism and grossness, select hairy. And
If only
these
somebody
nuts
was getting married
guaranteed.
soon.
Philip
nice
D.
wedding
Keating,
gift.
you literally took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say the same exact thing. So,
I'm quitting the show.
with that, should we go in on a couple or like,
Well, yeah, one needs to have a mohawk and the other one doesn't need one.
and then the other one can
Phil,
be
you're
the,
being
the
challenged.
bald.
What am I
Phil,
being challenged for?
Krugel says you wouldn't dare do that to me.
I mean,
That's not what she said. She said you wouldn't do that to me. You do it to Mike, but not to me.
He can't read. You wouldn't dare do that to me. That's what she said. She's daring you to do that to her.
Look, I'll be honest, y'all. I don't have any shame. So, and I don't give I'm not that band. Well, I guess they didn't care about your grandma either, but like I don't give a shit. I will put a giant fucking dildo in a wedding box and hand it to you straight face.
Yeah.
And if we're doing the bit, I'll do the bit. I will get serious as a heart attack when I hand you this 24 fucking inch like wrapped up, and it clearly everybody knows what it is. I will play the dumbest I guess what I'm saying is don't push me, don't test it, don't testy. I'll do this damn thing,
don't tell
you know. So
I can't click on a link in the chat. Forget.
it's in that's why I have Twitch pulled up. Let's see what Bean's sharing. Then Bean. Now that I can't
Bean,
share.
That we can't.
That
show.
I can't share, Bean.
We definitely
it's-
can't put that one on the television here. That is a not safe for work link, friends. If you are streaming this at work, why?
It is $600.
Jesus Christ.
Again, bro. Eat 600 bucks.
This dumpster
600
fire has
bucks?
turned into an apartment fire, I think.
$600 isn't that much considering the joke. Like,
True.
You
You're
know?
right, Tony.
Also considering the raw material.
yes, but
Like-
I feel like that's a good point, Kilted Pipe. That's on Amazon.
Amazon actually is one of the world's largest
Adult
marital
novelty,
aid.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I like how this
Retailers.
was.
I'm so happy
Wait a
this is
minute.
in my search history now. So when
Hold
my
on.
mother, who shares my Prime account with me, can see these giant dildos.
It's just going to be so weird
No.
when you get the shipping notification.
Exactly. Exactly. The tears.
Thanksgiving, Mom. Here you go.
Oh
36.
Lord.
30,
Show's over. I'm
12,
sitting
20,
down.
30. Yeah, so
Uh,
36 inches is 3 feet. I get that. Is that picture to scale? It can't be, right? That's not 3 feet. That woman's not.
If she is a 5 foot something letting kneeling, because she's kneeling down next to it, it could, yeah, that could be the scale.
Does that sound right? Okay.
See, Steph gets it. She knows.
We'll let so friends of mine, personal friends of mine in the chat. I'll send you the link if you don't have it. Everyone else, we can't share that.
That is within the box.
Oh,
budget,
you're right,
though.
Swamp. So that is 62 inches is 5'2". Yeah, 36 would be almost half of that. So yeah, it's a good, or more than half of that.
I just want to give a
Hulk
massive
smash.
shout out to Kruggles in chat, my fiance, for making not only a pun, but a butt stuff pun. I am amazed right now. I have
Okay.
never loved someone more than this
Yeah,
butt
yeah,
stuff pun.
it's again.
Anal
Sometimes you don't even know you're in on the bit, and it's
Oh God.
I'm gonna boost it from behind.
so this right here is why you come to the live chat. This isn't gonna go on the audio podcast for those fucking jamokes that only listen.
Right?
This is for you guys.
I'm so glad I
Uh,
introduced you to that word, Tony.
Oh, I love it. It's my new thing now, in case you didn't notice. Yeah, I throw it around at work, and people are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, "Pfft, these
I'm
jamokes.
quitting,
And they're like,
fuck you.
what? Yeah.
I'll show
Oh,
you.
yeah.
You don't like the word?
I'll be going, I got about a month, and I'll go full half baked.
Did she really leave?
Yep, you did it.
Oh my god, please go into the customer pictures and check those out. Oh my god.
No. Do I need
No,
to
no,
use
no.
an
I was done.
incognito
No,
window?
no. They're not dirty. I'll promise you that.
I was about to call it a day. Like, all right, customer pictures. Let's see. Scrolling down. Are we still on the same Mastercock
Yeah,
immensive?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
just making sure we're on the same literal same page here.
Well, I'm gonna put it up on the screen.
No.
no,
No.
Damn it. Why did I need a link?
They're so good. They're so good. He's fucking using it as a speed bag.
That's the one I just got to. So, as my friends say, the internet remains undefeated, and oh boy,
God damn.
Charles, you have a 3D printer, right? Can we get
Yeah.
some? Huh.
Some marital
Some of these
aid?
I'm a little confused on. So
Well,
these
so Tony,
people, hold on, why does this motherfucker have bullets? What is so these people
Oh fuck.
I forgot what I was gonna say, y'all. It's yeah. Take that, banana.
Apparently, they ripped out tiles with the suction cup part.
Take
of
that dollar bill. Yeah, that's Christmas presents for the friends this year.
don't
Oh,
try
boy.
to hang from the ceiling in this, is one of the reviews. Yikes.
That's all right. I'm just gonna get Tony a I Heart Subway bumper sticker and put it on his car when he's not looking.
Yo, how about that girl falling asleep as she's making the sandwich that
Yo,
you
so
posted?
I worked in Boston, in downtown Boston at that.
That's our new
electronics store.
Damn it, go for
that's
it.
our
Do
new
it.
podcast, by the way.
4 dudes looking at dicks.
So I worked at that used electronics store, and that shit was like every day from the dudes at the methadone clinic. Like they would shoot up and come in the store and fall asleep buying stuff.
Yep.
So like
That's where my thought went, was she was
A
just
couple people commented, they're like, "Oh, that's that heroin nod," and then I
that's
felt
the
bad.
lean. That's
The
the
Yeah,
lean,
that-
yeah.
we
'cause
called it the
I-
heroin shuffle when they would like walk in line as they were like just ooh.
And
like,
then not
at
gonna
the
lie,
time,
'cause- oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna
at the
say at the
time.
time you like had to fucking laugh about it, or like you would have a mental breakdown in the store, right? Like as you're helping people, like just.
So that's what I was gonna say. Was like, I thought it was funny at first. I'm like, haha, that's funny. I like sharing funny stuff. And then people are like, yeah, that woman's on drugs and there's something wrong with her. And I was like, oh, fuck me. Now I feel bad. But then I was like in this weird place. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna take it down. I don't know what to do with my life now. Just fuck it. I don't care. And that's where I left it.
And then you
Was
started
just
doing heroin.
yeah. And then I was like, oh, now I see why she's so sleepy. I get it. I think what got me, what was funny to me, was the face on the meat. That's
Oh
where
my
it,
god, just right in the sandwich.
you
Like,
know, and I like to think it can be both, right? Like I
absolutely.
can laugh at it and also feel bad for this person simultaneously if that's what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're narcoleptic. That's funny as shit. You know, like I'll make fun of that. So I'm like, that's where I literally had to like go through like, okay, no, if I could help that person, I would. But in the meantime, someone recorded it on their phone. That's kind of funny. Also, why were they filming? Like, was it like, yo, look at this sandwich is going to be awesome. It's Subway. It's never awesome. So yeah, the fact that they got it on film, it was Still kind of funny to me.
It blew up Reddit. I can say that. It got pretty high up on Reddit.
And like I said, that's why I don't like Subway.
Yep.
I think here's that. Oh, I got it. What did the girl's not the same as the fit? All right, yeah, the dick talk got way too deep. Because in the Twitch
Nice.
chat, they were like, it's not the same. I was like, oh no, it looks the same. And now it's like, well, people that send dick pics, they make the same thing. Like, all right, fine, shit. I'm sorry, I'm not the professional on fucking child human sized
Well, it seems like
plastic
there are
dongs. I don't know.
a lot of different sized options on here, Tony.
Ah,
This
Gotcha.
Amazon page has a 16 and a quarter inch, 12
Why
inch.
do we struggle with
12 and a
female
half inch?
listeners? I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get
18
it.
well, this is what brings them in, right? Ladies listening, you want to hear about the 36-inch like
Home
black
wrecker.
dongs, right? Yeah.
I hate that it's 50 pounds.
It's not just a burrito at Moe's.
Oh, God damn.
All right.
Why? Why do you
on
hate that,
note,
Mike? You're
because-
getting
It's so heavy. Like 50 pounds is a weight limit that if you like when you work retail, they're like, yeah, you got to be able to lift 50 pounds. Otherwise you can't do like X number of jobs at the store or whatever. Like it's a classifier or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, you can do
There's-
this kind of work if you can lift
there's a
this
picture
big black dildo. Like,
of a dude doing
You're
some
ready to
bicep
get
curls.
married if you can
Yeah,
lift
he's
this big
curling
like
it.
Doing
that.
some bicep curls. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I probably couldn't bicep curl 50 pounds. That's heavy.
there's only one way to find out, and it's $606.
Mike, that's like 6 of your cars.
I can't
All right.
curl any of those either.
Let's end this.
Y'all,
Yeah.
that was super fun. Chat, thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you guys for hanging out. Fellas, always fun. So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. That's it.
Yeah, thanks, y'all.
As-
Happy Thanksgiving. Nothing says Thanksgiving like
Fucking your family.
5 stars.
5
We
stars.
get it, Mike. We get it.
Uh,
Bye.